Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening. Welcome to Thompson as we get ready to host North Dakota 11A football, the Thompson Tommies and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Both teams starting the season at 1-0, and the rivalry continues here tonight. Thompson with a 42-0 shutout victory over Mayport CG last week. The Burros held on to defeat Grafton 28-22. They match up here tonight in Thompson on yourliveevent.com, and we get it started with the Irie Insurance pregame show.
Whew, sorry I'm late. I had to walk again.
Where's your car?
Whew, the auto shop said it would take a few months to fix.
You should have taken it to Abra.
Abra Auto Body can fix your car faster than the other body shops. After your claim is filed, Abra handles the rest with the insurance companies and adjuster. Lonnie and his team will take good care of you. Visit us on 32nd Avenue South or schedule your appointment at abraauto.com. Abra Auto Body, right the first time, on time.
Abra Auto Body, Grand Forks.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
On the Irie Insurance pregame show, we get set for Thompson Tommies and Hillsboro Central Valley Burro football here today on yourliveevent.com. And we started off with our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. On the field with Jim Burkmeyer, it's head coach of Hillsboro Central Valley, Joe Johnson.
Well, Pastor Joe, good to see you. I'm glad I can be back on the sidelines tonight, and your football team want to know every week. You learn some things about your team. What did you like from last week for week one?
Yeah, so, all of the offseason we were happy with the way our guys got into the weight room. Great team camp, individual camps. We had good team workouts. So coming into the season, we felt good. We had a good fall camp. Last week, of course, we got a W, and like we said at the end of the game, feels good to get the W, but we also made a lot of mistakes and have a lot of improving to do. Some of those things, taking care of the football. Anytime that ball hits the ground, we need to get on it. We didn't give up any fumbles, but that when we were on defense, that ball hit the ground 6 times and we didn't get any of those. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way, but one of the things we talk about all the time is you need to take what the game gives you. You have to make those plays, and then you have to create plays as well. And we did, we took what the game gave us, but at the same time, we didn't create the plays that we needed to create last week. So we were glad to get the W, happy about some of the things that we were doing, but also see a lot of room for improvement.
I think coaches are always looking for more consistency. Would consistency help clean up some things, and would it also help create some of those plays, those opportunities for you?
Yeah, so some of the inconsistencies would be, we talked about mental mistakes, and a couple of those were miscues on the count. A couple of those were missed tackles, and those are the things that we need to clean up. We're playing a really strong team tonight, run the ball really well, really strong running back. We can't be missing tackles tonight.
Yeah, last week you had a fling and swing and toss it down the field with their athletes. No surprise. This week, as you alluded to, based on what you said, expecting some ground and pound. Your defensive front last week had 3 sacks. Tonight, though, they may need to play the line a little bit differently.
Yeah, obviously facing a very different team this week than we did last week. And like I said, Thompson has a really good football team, and they're really strong. They're strong up front, really strong running back, lead blocker and Cash Danner, and from fullback, strong tight end. You can see across the board on that offensive line. You're exactly right. What we need our defensive line to do this week is different than what they needed to do last week. But that's football, and what we saw from Thompson last week isn't necessarily what we're going to see from them this week. They dominated, of course, that game, and so then they were able to keep doing what was working. And so we're prepared for whatever Thompson brings us tonight. But you're exactly right. We would expect to see a little more power game than what we saw last week.
How about for you guys on your side of what you control on that offensive side of setting the tone and the play calling to attack Thompson's defense?
Yeah, so we talked a lot this week about our own identity. Who are we as an offense, and what are the plays that we run? And I think now into our third year, of course, there's certain things that just come with time and certain things that come with experience. And we said this as a coaching staff moving into the season, is that the whole system just feels different than it has in the past, in part because of the familiarity with it. And so I think we've got a pretty clear sense of identity on our offense, and as you know, we've got a balanced attack. We feel good about our offensive line, and we've got bigs up front. We've got guys that are strong up front. We've got guys in the backfield that are 2 seniors, of course, in Carson Kazet and Sawyer Owens, and both hard runners, of course, both wrestlers, and see them at that state wrestling meet. Those guys are scrappy and strong and good running backs. You know how we feel about our quarterback, third-year starter in Tyson Leshik, and then has 4 targets in those 4 receivers that he's got between both sides of the wide receivers and that tight end in Chase Halfley, of course. And so we feel like we've got a balanced attack. So depending on what we see them come out in defense, we've got some plans to attack that.
Yeah, and some of those opportunities come with field position. You want to avoid takeaways every night. Special teams, your kicking game, punting unit, how did they play last week and how have they looked so far? Because field position tonight, I think, will be one of the factors.
Yeah, again, we start all juniors and seniors on both sides of the ball. Get some younger guys involved, of course, in a few special teams. But those punters and kickers are coming with experience, and we feel good about those special teams. We thought they did a pretty good job on special teams last year, but as the season progresses, everybody sees a little bit more installed on those special teams week after week.
Other keys tonight, what are they for you guys to have success?
Yeah, I already mentioned this earlier, and that is we need to get to the ball carrier and we need to tackle. Those are the 2 keys for us. Of course, it's things like winning the turnover battle, penalties, get ahead on the chains, all of those things. But we need to tackle tonight. That's the name of the game.
Pastor Joe, thank you so much. Good luck. We'll talk to you at halftime.
Thanks, Burke. Good to see you.
And you as well. Pastor Joe, Coach Johnson for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros with us tonight. Dakota Heritage Bank pregame coaches conversations on the Irie Insurance pregame show with YourLiveEvent.com. Hillsboro Central Valley visiting the Thompson Tommies. We'll hear from Coach Schwab for the Tommies when we continue with Your Live Event.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a Bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a Bear in there.
Check out BearsHomeSolutions.com.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burros want you to visit HillsboroK12.com or CentralValleyND.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day, too. The school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, and contact information. It's all on the school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
YourLiveEvent.com. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as we bring you the game broadcast. And tonight's broadcast, the Thompson Tommies and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Our pregame coaches conversation from Dakota Heritage Bank on the field with head coach Brady Schwab for the Tommies.
Well, Coach Schwab for the Tommies, good to see you. Thanks for having us here tonight. A warm night, a great night though for high school football in week 2. Every week you learn about your football squad. What did you learn last week in the season opening victory that you like, that you want to keep building on?
Yeah, first and foremost, I felt like we knew where we were going, right? Sometimes our execution wasn't exactly what it needed to be, or we didn't finish the play, but we knew where we were going, which is a step ahead of where we were, in past years at that point. So we want to continue to build on that. We've got a couple new wrinkles for this weekend, and obviously we've got a real big test in front of us tonight. So, we're going to have to make sure it's disciplined football, it's alignment assignment football, and everybody's doing what they need to do.
In the trenches last week, how'd you play? Because tonight I think this one is going to be a real battle early in the season with some real studs and athletes up front.
Yeah, I thought early we played well, and then as the game went on, we got a little higher, which is normal early in the season. So hopefully we get that rectified. And, not playing a lot of guys two ways, I think might benefit us a little bit tonight to make sure that we've got guys that are fresh, and when they're getting out there, that mid-second quarter into that third and fourth quarter, they're fresh and they're ready to go. So, we stay healthy. We like the guys that we're putting out on the field.
What did you talk with your defensive unit about this week, as you're facing a pretty good quarterback and some other good athletes in the skilled positions?
Right, big, well-skilled guys up front, right? It starts with those guys, and then Lushik at that quarterback spot is a dynamic athlete, probably one of the best in that region, in our region too. And then they've got skill guys with Miller and Halfley at those, receiver tight end type spots, and then you bring Owens and other guys out of the backfield, so where they're skilled, and we got to make sure, again, alignment assignment football, and that we're lining up and being where we're supposed to be. And then when we get there, knowing that it's going to be a violent collision and that we got to take that on and make plays.
Last week your defense had a bunch of takeaways. That's good to see, isn't it?
Yeah, early in the year that's pretty common. And we got those turnovers, and then we were able to convert them into points, which is a double bonus. So, yeah, if you can get them to punt, that's a turnover in my book. And if you can get turnovers and takeaways, that's an added bonus.
Offensively, from you tonight, as you said, adding a couple of wrinkles, which you'll do each week. But what do you expect from your guys tonight offensively against their defensive unit?
Right, so we're going to see a similar defense to what we're playing with the 44, and we're going to try to run the ball and throw it when we need to with some play-action pass. And Gavin had a real good game for us at quarterback last week. And, again, he's a first-game starter last week, so we look for him to grow and our guys to grow in that run game too, and make sure that we're impressing our will when we need to, and we're finishing blocks.
Not every week will you get all the takeaways, so I think field position comes down to some special teams. Your guys, how have they performed through preseason last week? And, just tonight, is there something there that you looked at on film or that you recognize you need to do better?
Right. I thought we did a nice job last week. We turned one over on a punt into the wind, but we got one back on a 40-yard onside kick that wasn't supposed to be, and then we did a nice job, just special teams across the board, tackling and making sure we were in our lane. So you got to maintain that. Those are big possession or big swings in games when you give up those special teams plays. So we got to make sure we limit that.
Biggest keys tonight for the Tommies to be successful, to get to 2-0. What do you have to get done?
We got to take care of the football. We got to keep Lushik in the pocket. We got to force him to make throws from the pocket and not get out in space. And then, as always, we got to tackle and we got to make sure we're getting to the football.
Coach Schwab for the Thompson Tommies on the pregame show. Coach's conversation. We'll talk to you at halftime and after the game. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Coach Schwab for the Tommies. Big Jake and viewers with your live event, part of the Dakota Heritage Bank. Coach's conversation on our pregame show tonight. Thompson, Hillsboro, Central Valley, both 1-0. Beautiful night, sunny skies, green grass, and field conditions are perfect. And we'll look forward to a great matchup tonight with these two teams that are 1-0 on the Irie Insurance pregame show with your live event.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garski, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lankin, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
This is the Irie Insurance pregame show with the Thompson Tommies and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros ready to face off tonight on yourliveevent.com. We thank you for joining us as myself, Jake Birkmeyer, with the play-by-play. Jim Birkmeyer joining me down from the sidelines. Reagan running camera with us here tonight. Glad to bring you this broadcast, and we couldn't do it without the fine sponsors that you'll hear and see throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. Without them there, we would not be here doing the coverage. So we'll patronize them at the very least. Tell them thank you. Thompson Tommies coming in after a Week 1 victory on the road at Mayport CG, defeating the Patriots 42-0. They get back to their home field here tonight to take on the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. The Burros with a home victory last week, defeating Grafton 28-22. Jumped out to a 28-6 lead in that one there, and then held on as a couple fourth quarter scores by the Spoilers brought it close. But looking for a matchup between these two that usually it always is competitive when the rivalry matches up. Last year it was a victory for the Tommies, 28-14. A lot of the contributors from that team last year for the Tommies lost due to graduation, so some new faces having to fill in here this year, whereas the Burros bringing back a lot of that experience on that offensive end. We'll see how they come out here tonight. Thompson Tommies at 1-0 and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros at 1-0. Only 3 1-0 matchups between the two teams in 11A here this evening. One of them right here on yourliveevent.com from Thompson. More when we return with your Irie Insurance pregame show. Irie Insurance, for all your insurance needs, visit them online, irieins.com.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent in Hillsboro. Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
It's a sunny Friday night here in Thompson as we get ready for week number 2 of North Dakota 11A football. Thompson Tommies, Hillsboro Central Valley, both 1-0 matching up as Jim Berkmeyer, we bring you in from the sidelines. Well, here in this one, talk with the coaches. Let's talk about our keys to the matchup here today.
Well, the first key is up front, both sides. Whoever really gets after it, HCV watching film, they watched what Thompson did last week, just power football, and they found something that worked, and like you do when you're well coached, you just keep going to it. You don't need to get fancy or cute, you just stay with what's working, and it's going to get the job done, and it certainly did for Thompson last week in the ground game. Be a different approach for the Hillsboro Central Valley defense this week. Last week they had all the passing at them, and the Grafton, system, so they're going to have to play a little bit differently tonight. So in the trenches up front, linebackers as well, how they're filling those holes, what they're doing, the Burros I know have been coached up this week of how they want to shut down some certain stuff. And then on the opposite side, as Coach Schwab mentioned for Thompson, up front as well, but they need to contain the quarterback Leshik for Hillsboro Central Valley and respect the fact that there's some quality receivers, skilled positions, some quality running backs. So really, I think when it all comes down to it, we're going to talk about the boys, and there's a lot of boys, but there's a lot of young men physically, some real dudes on both sides of the ball up front on each of these two teams.
I think if we can add one more thing just to describe the conditions here for week 2, field's in great shape. It's a little warm out. It has cooled a little bit here, just even the last 20 minutes as a little breeze has come through, but it is a warm one here tonight. And I know last week being at the Burro game, they had some cramping going on with a lot of their two-way players, so I think the conditioning level and the depth going to show up here tonight as well.
Well, depth is something for these two teams and every football team you watch week to week and throughout the season. Hillsboro Central Valley, in all honesty, from this guy on the sideline tonight, they've got some kids, but once you get to another 5, 6, whatever, how much more deep can they go? That kids are ready, that they're comfortable, they're confident. That's going to be a key for Hillsboro Central Valley tonight. And as this season progresses, there's young men that will get there, and they're going to be there. It's a matter of how rapidly they develop more of that depth. The Tommies as well. Every football team, you want to just develop more kids that you can get more plays from.
Well, as we are rapidly approaching kickoff here, let's get to our starting lineups. Here's our starting lineups are brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Starting for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, their starting offense as the Tommies deferred on the coin toss. Burros will receive. Will come out with their offensive line of left tackle being number 75, senior Jack Matson. Left guard is number 51, Colin Jenin. John Matson, number 52, the senior at the center position. The right guard is the junior, number 66, Alan Moocher, along with right tackle number 54, senior Brody Dickoff. Tight end will be number 23, Chase Halfley, the senior. And wide receivers will be senior number 7, Brody Drognes, and number 88, Bryce Miller, the junior. Your running backs are both seniors, number 24, Sawyer Owens, and number 4, Carson Kazette. Quarterback, senior, number 15, Tyson Lushik for Hillsboro Central Valley. Your starting lamps brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Learn to live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar. For the Thompson Tommies, their starting defense on the defensive line will be senior number 88, Porter Martin, and junior number 52, Landon Getz. That's the defensive ends. Junior number 51, Jevin Fee, and sophomore number 72, Charlie Johnson at the defensive tackles. Cash Danner, Charlie Young, 2 senior inside linebackers, Peyton Kanan and Noah Hippen on the outside. Defensive backs of junior Brady Ripplinger, Jeremy Tice, and Mac Michelson. It's your starting laps from American Crystal Sugar Company. Opening kickoff when we return.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourage all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. Wishing all of the students, teachers, staff, and administration a successful new school year from the Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
I was visiting with Ben at the Hillsboro Body Shop, and we discussed, well, a lot of things. And then we were discussing, when do you think about the body shop? Most times it's after your vehicle gets damaged from an accident, hitting a deer, hailstorms, scratches, dents, windshield cracks. Ben says, beep. I say, when you need the repairs to your vehicle as you're thinking of the Hillsboro Body Shop, call Ben. 701-636-4981.
As we wrap up our Irie Insurance pregame show, remember Irie Insurance for all your insurance needs, IrieINS.com. As the Thompson Tommies announced as a team to take the field, that means we're going to be taking the field for the opening kickoff here coming up shortly. Thanks for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com. A number of games going on here tonight with YourLiveEvent.com. Make sure to tune into whichever one. If you want to flip back and forth, go ahead. But we're here for all the entertainment and the action here tonight with Hillsboro Central Valley and Thompson facing off from Thompson. Here as we set the stage in this one, also our officials for tonight. Don Doyle will be the white hat there. And then Ron Nord, Red Nordic, Craig Hahn, and Brett Burkholder are officials for the evening. So thanks
veteran
to them.
crew. I've seen these guys a lot. Veteran crew doing a great job, great work, and good to see they're still at it together as their crew has been for many years. And should be a good football game tonight, Big Jake, and glad to be back with you for another season.
Sun setting off in the west, shining towards the camera. We're going north and south on the field. Hillsboro Central Valley will be receiving the opening kick, going left to right as Bryce Miller, and they're going to send Sawyer Owens back deep to receive. Tommy's getting the football teed up as they are ready to go as well. And here we go as Charlie Young has it. Here's our whistle, and we are off. Will be a deep kick here. High kick, though. Miller comes up, fields it on the run. He'll take it up towards the middle, finds a little gap. He's got room as he can get to the outside. No, he's brought back down here at the 35-yard line. There is Matthew Askelson able to make the special team stop.
Yeah, and Taylor in there as well for the Thompson Tommies. Miller had a nice little opening crease there and some special teams blocking, and then the Tommies filled the lane. So the Burros, though, with decent starting field position here at their 35-yard line to begin this game tonight offensively for Hillsboro Central Valley. Visiting Thompson with yourliveevent.com tonight. Thanks to our sponsors for making the broadcast possible. Please patronize the advertisers that you're seeing and hearing and tell them thank you for their support as well, for allowing us to be here and making this possible tonight with our broadcast with Your Live Event. Also, special thanks to Brady Schwab and everybody here in Thompson for welcoming us and having everything set up to go.
Here is a little confusion getting the ball in and spotting it here for this first play as 36. The Burros get to the line of scrimmage. Senior quarterback, third-year starter, Tyson Lushik leads them out into an I formation. Receiver each way, set, tight end on the left side. He'll turn, he'll hand off, second man through. That's going to be Sawyer Owens. He's wrapped up as he plunges forward across the first down, line of scrimmage. That's the word I'm looking for. There for a short 1-yard gain.
Yeah, and stopped initially by 2-3 Tommies defensively as we take a look at this Tommy defensive unit with Porter Martin and Fee and Johnson and Getz up front for the Thompson Tommies and their 44 defense.
They're bringing it up close to the line of scrimmage as the Burros go pro set. Tight end on the left side, I formation, turn, hand off, play action. Looking down the sideline on a go route, nothing there. Lushik will roll to his left side, throw there into the mid-range, looking for Mitchell. Caught, then reception for the first down into Tommy territory right at the other 40-yard line.
Well, and there was some pass rush coming, but I'll tell you what, that's the third-year starter, Lushik, showing his confidence, his skills, a great athlete, an intelligent young man as well, but you could just see the experience there of, not rushing it, just waiting, looking downfield the whole time. Mitchell settled in front of the defensive secondary there, and just a little soft, well-thrown ball there by Lushik.
Pistol set, wing backs each side, receivers out wide as well. They're going to run the option. Pitch play goes now here to Kazette. He tries to cut back inside of his block, gets back up to the 40-yard line, up to the 38-yard line, gain of 2 there for Carson Kazette.
Yeah, and Kazette got the 2 yards because he did a nice job of cutting back in, well contained by the Tommies defense. Porter Martin, the defensive end there for the Tommies, 185-pounder, good athlete on the edge. He had a sack last week. This time he comes in and contains that option pitch.
Burros, 277 yards of total offense last week. Pretty even there, 155 rushing, 122 passing. Twin set, wide receiver, wide left. They go fullback dive here to Kazette as he jumps of his way up here inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. 5-yard gain, going to bring up now a 3rd and a long 4.
Well, we talked about this in the pregame show. It was good blocking, though, by John Matson, the center, and Colin Jenin, the left guard, allowed the running back to, sneak through, get some positive yards. 3rd and 4. This is a down and distance Hillsboro Central Valley will take. 3rd and 4. They don't want to be into a 3rd and long situation tonight or any night this season. No team does. So because that gives them a manageable 3rd down here with the field position inside the Tommies 30.
Bryce Miller, slot right. Rognus will be wide right. Halfley tight end on left side. Split backs in a shotgun set. They turn, they hand off to Kazette looking left side, falling behind Matson, the left tackle, as he works his way up.
Going to be very close. I think it's the first down. Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah, and again, Kazette, a little move, a little swivel of the hips. Sawyer Owens this time throwing a little lead block there and getting enough to allow Kazette to get the extra yard and that first down with 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Opening drive of the game for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Hunter Kleckner checks out as Chase Halfley comes back in. He'll be aligned wide right side. Owens goes to a wing back left side. Gazette in the backfield with Lushik. They'll pitch to him on that left side edge. Good seal block as he tries to get to the outside edge. One stiff arm, two stiff arms, and he works his way down here just about to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and the stiff arms there coming up in pursuit for the Tommies was Cash Danner and others. But again, as you alluded to in your broadcast call there, Big Jake, seeing it from up top, nice little seal block there by one of the lead guys for Hillsboro Central Valley, helping to move the ball forward there. And you look at Alan Mucher as well, getting some blocking done here on the offensive line for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Got to the 25-yard line. Shadow's playing tricks on me right now. Here will be an I formation, pro set, receivers each way. Miller out wide, right side. They go fullback dive. Kazette being the workhorse. He spins off a 1, 2, 3, 4 tacklers. He keeps working that spin cycle, just bouncing around, pinballing his way here up to the first down marker.
Well, and a pinball is a good description because he took a pop there. He went right off the flipper there by one of the defensive linemen for the Tommies and bounced off that and got the extra yards.
Kazette, 8 carries, 62 yards last week, 5 carries on the opening drive this week. As will be Griffin Mitzel subbing in on that receiver position. They're bringing the play into the huddle as well, too. 7:44 to go in this first quarter. Opening drive for Hillsboro Central Valley, scoreless on our Chris Moan Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Split back, shotgun set, receiver set each way. Lushik takes a snap, looks right, looking here into Miller in the flat, catches it there on the right side. Here and down along the sideline he is.
Out at the half-yard line or inside the 1, the way it looks, around the 2 maybe. I'm going to get down here. Just so you know, Big Jake, 77, that's Charlie Johnson on the roster, listed as 72, but he's got 77 jersey on tonight.
All right, Johnson going to go with the 7-7.
Ball is at the 2-yard line.
2, so a gain of 17 for Bryce Miller.
And Miller showing some physicality as well, yards after the catch.
Here they'll come up now with goal to goal. Burrow's looking to strike first. They hand off Kazette through the left side, and he's in for the score. Hillsboro Central Valley with the 2-yard score. Carson Kazette in, and they lead 6-0.
Yeah, the Hillsboro Central Valley offensive lineman came out and did a heck of a job on that drive there to begin the game tonight, led by Matson at center. You have Jenin and Mucher at your guards, Dickoff and Jack Matson at your tackles, along with some other guys blocking up front and running backs. That was good teamwork, very consistent opening drive.
As Dickoff on for the PAT, 2 of 3 last week. Lushik to hold, snap comes back, kick is up, blocked. Blocked there by the heart of the defense of the Tommies that time. Keeps the score at 6-0.
Landon Getz got there.
He got it, and the Tommies will get the ball back next when we come back. Hillsboro Central Valley leads 6-0. Your Nodak Insurance, Chris Moan Agency, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard.
Hillsboro Campground and Laundry is conveniently located right off I-29 exit 104, offering spacious pull-through sites large enough to accommodate Class A rigs with tow cars. Laundry services open 24/7, serving both our campground guests and local community. And for extra flexibility, furnished rentals are available up to 3 bedrooms, perfect for overflow guests or housing your harvest crew. Whether you're here for a night or a season, Hillsboro Campground has you covered.
Hillsboro Central Valley, a 65-yard touchdown scoring drive. Took 4 minutes, 38 seconds off the clock. Couple big pass plays totaling 39 yards, and the rest done almost all there by Carson Kazette, as he had 6 carries, 22 yards, and the touchdown on that drive. Sawyer Owens with 1 for 1 there for the remainder of the yardage gained on that drive. PAT is blocked, though, and it is 6-0, Hillsboro Central Valley with the advantage. They'll be kicking off now left to right. Bryce Miller has it teed up. And back here is the kick line drive. And back here and being picked up. Tommies will bring it up to there through the middle of the field that time. And
Michelson. Yep. Michelson to the 25, just over the 25-yard line, about a 20-yard return for Michelson. Going back to that Hillsboro Central Valley offensive series that they went up here early in the game. First drive, 6-0. That was very crisp, as you said. But also it was their self-identity. It is who they are, who they want to be. Run, mix in some pass, take the pass, come back with some run. very well executed, very consistent opening drive. We'll see what the Tommies do now as they're looking to come back and also show what they can do.
Quarterback Gavin Oster brings him up, the senior, here in a pistol set. Defensive line shift by the Burros as they hand off right side. Tommies take it off that edge, and a 2-yard gain that time. Therefore, Charlie Young.
And he's hit by Matson. One thing, this is now third, fourth year, for the Matson boys, starting and or playing on a lot of snaps. And now John moves to that linebacker position. And I personally, Big Jake, I really like that because the kid has great intensity, has a motor, and let him fly around and use his physicality and the tools that the good guy up above us has given to him.
Pistol set for the Tommies. Trips receivers to the left side. Oster in the set. He'll turn. He'll pitch off left side looking for a lead block. Jan trying to get outside. Owens comes up, hits him low as Kazette takes him high and wraps him up after a gain here of a couple yards, about 2.
Yeah, that was a big hit there, but I'll tell you, Chase Cowdery, the offensive lineman for Thompson, he took on 2 of the Burrow linemen and pancaked both. So this game is starting to get and is very physical early on to no one's surprise.
Chase Cowdery, Peyton Harding, Cody Samuelson, Elijah Conrad, Wyatt Bergeron there, the offensive line for the Tommies. Joe Taylor, Brady Ripplinger, the wide receivers, Brent Adams, tight end. Quarterback Gavin Oster, Charlie Young, Cash Banner, the
movement
running backs here is movement there. And the penalty on Hillsboro Central Valley going to give the Tommies 5 yards and make it now a 3rd down. And I think they'll be about a half-yard short there. I don't think it'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, just, doing something here to, just trying to change some things up and keep you on your toes. And
I don't know, they call it on the Tommies.
On Thompson.
They say that they got him to jump.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe the ball was moving or something here. They're coming over to give an explanation to the Tommy sideline.
So that will make
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 here for the Tommies. Efficient passing last week, just 7 attempts, but 5 of 7. 12.6 yards per completion and a touchdown on 63 yards passing for Oster. He'll be back looking, quick pass out here on the receiver screen to the right side. He's got a shifty out there as Taylor makes the catch. He'll pick up 3 yards and he'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, tripped up and taken off balance, and the legs and the feet torn up and falling down on that short gain. So special teams will come out for Thompson. Tommy's punted, 6 times last week, you said, in your stats?
Yeah, the stats, again, thanks to Coach Schwab for the statistical information there. As 6 here, here's the first one today.
Owens back for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Standing well back there. You're expecting a deep one. Here's the snap, comes back and gets off. Owens will let it bounce. It bounces right to him. He'll pick it up here inside the 30-yard line, trying to make his way free, but no, not giving him up that time. As he's wrapped up on that side. Looked like it was Ryland Pennis there to make the stop.
5:12 to play in this first quarter. 6-0. Hillsboro Central Valley leads Thompson with yourliveevent.com coverage tonight.
Hillsboro Central Valley taking their second offensive possession out now. Again, 65 yards and a touchdown on their first possession. Looking to continue it. They'll come up. Receiver left side will be Rogness. It'll be Miller out wide, right eye formation behind the quarterback, Lushik. Tight end Halfley on the right side as well, too. They give off, second man through, and hit up at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go that time for Owens. So he's spun down for no gain.
Yeah, Noah Hippen, one of the first guys there to get a big hit on him.
Mitzel will come out. Mitzel will come in. Rogness will come out with the play. The substitutions there for Hillsboro Central Valley. Here just inside the right hash mark, they'll send Halfley, the receiver, split out wide to the right side by himself. Trips receivers out to the left side, far side from us with the camera. Pistol set for Lushik. Takes a snap, looks, wide receiver screen. It's a low pass there. And it will be an incomplete pass there, so if it was completed, would have been down right away as the receiver there on the turf. And as it was, they saved about 4 yards by having it incomplete then.
Yeah, Thompson really recognized that, and I think Leshik recognized that the Tommies were coming all over that, so he was trying to hurry that throw out there to give Owens that extra second to try to turn some positive yards. So a low skip throw and causes the stop to clock. 4:34, 6-0 Hillsboro Central Valley with the lead.
Same formation, trips left, solo right. Lushik back to pass, looking left, coming back to right. Going on a deep route here to Halfley. Halfley will come back along the sideline, and a flag comes in on an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Halfley.
Backs were turned and arms were tangled up.
Michelson and Halfley battling there, and Michelson there, if he was looking over his left shoulder, would have been looking a little bit into the sun as well too, maybe trying to locate that. You try and face guard, play the receiver, but got there a little bit early. It's going to be a defensive pass interference.
The officials conferring here from the line of scrimmage.
And that will be the call, so mark off the yardage. Going to be enough for the first down for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Right around to midfield, right across midfield to the Tommies 49.
Right across midfield. There, so the first down for Hillsboro Central Valley. Already their 5th first down of the game. Here with 4:28 to go in this first quarter, leading 6-0 on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Split backs in a shotgun set. Here for Lushik. Motions Miller, flat motion right side to left side to twin over on that direction. Rolling out to the left side, Lushik looking. He's going to turn, set the feet, throws it down the left side, looking for Miller deep, and it is overthrown, incomplete. And we'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, well covered downfield by the Tommies secondary. As the Burros had put Miller in motion, and the Tommies stayed with him downfield, and no chance for anyone to get that, but again with the good coverage, Leshik put it again where there was going to be no turnover or any harm done with a possible interception.
Gazette rotates out. Hunter Kleckner rotates in for Hillsboro Central Valley at that fullback position. Here's the Burros break the huddle. They'll send offset I formation right side. Receivers each way. They give it to Owens looking left side, trying to bounce it on the edge. Thought he had a moment there to get the step, but he's brought down, driven back after a 2-yard gain.
Noah Hippen came up and really got after that and, came with some big hits and filled the hole and coming up from that back secondary position, read it well and was there to fill the hole and get the tackle.
Hippen there along with Peyton Kanan as the outside linebackers. Charlie Young, Cash Danner inside for that 4 linebacker crew. Meanwhile, a 4 wide receiver set for Hillsboro Central Valley. Pistol set, flat motion. Owens going left side to right side to trip up. Flag comes in. I believe we'll have illegal motion as Lussick steps up, scrambles, looking to the outside official, saying, "Hey, excuse me, sir." And trying to get to the outside, he's tracked down, but the flag coming out right away, too. They're on that play, and it is looks like a illegal motion on the Burros. Here, so if they mark that off, or if they just take the 4th down.
They're asking Thompson what they want to do. They're going to decline this.
So
4th and 7.
Lushik on the scramble. Give him 1. And sets a 4th down here, just past midfield.
Gazette will go out, and in will be Uragnis.
Here, didn't like the gloves either, so throw them to the sideline. Halfley going with the bare hands right now.
Joe Taylor back here for Thompson, awaiting this punt from Dickoff.
Here on 4th and 7, snap comes back. Dickoff, high snap, able to pull it in. High punt will come up, field it on the run. Hit, ball comes loose, but the Tommies jump onto it. As that's about as good a timing you can get to hit the returner.
Bang, boom.
Here's 2:59 to go here in this first quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley will punt, and good job by the Tommy teammates to jump on that right away.
Well, Thompson's trying to get something going offensively after a first series 3 and out. Just under 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Trailing by a touchdown.
Here on their second drive of the game. They'll come out. Pistol set, run in there on the dive play, inside carry. A couple yards for Charlie Yon, and it will bring up a 2nd and 8.
Well, it's only 2 yards, which is about what the Burros defense gave up, a stingy 2 yards per carry last week from your stats from last week's broadcast, Big Jake. And the 2 yards there came because Thompson really exploded and got a push. They moved some of those white and blue jerseys back on that. I know it was only 2 yards, but I would think the Thompson Tommy coaching staff is saying, all right, we're starting to get into some people.
Receiver right, receiver left. Offset, pistol formation. Here turn, Oster now play action, looking to pass, looking right side on a comeback route. Here's diving back forward, and did he pull it in?
Yeah, he did. He had the feet, he drug it in, held the ball, really came back hard for that, and right there on the sideline, there was not a lot of space to work with on that little curl out, and defensive back was right there with the hit coming, draped all over, and really nice play there, execution by Taylor to not only make the catch, but to hang on to it, plus keep the feet in bounds right on the sideline.
They're down and short as apologies there for that sunshine glare at the top of the screen. Can't do much about Mother Nature right now. Here's a receiver screen out to the left side. It's incomplete. Burros play it as it's a fumble, but it is an incomplete forward pass, and that will
intended for a stump. And again, looking back, maybe the sun got there in the eyes as well.
So it will be a 4th and very short in their own territory. We'll see here if the Tommies do want to go for it. Minute 48 to go in this first quarter.
Offside first.
They almost got the jump on the last drive, but they jumped as well too. They'll come out looking like they're going to go for it on 4th and short in their own territory. Under center, Oster. Could we see a tush push? No, he's going to turn handoff, running back through, and there's the 2 yards they needed. As Jan will go 2 yards, 4 carries, 8 yards, using that 2-yard average.
Yeah, the guys up front pushing forward, and Jan gets the first down carry for the Tommies on a 4th down conversion to keep this drive moving.
Here, clock will keep moving too here on your Chris Moen Insurance or Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley, an opening drive touchdown. PAT was blocked. That's how they have their 6-0 lead. Second offensive drive after a punt on the first one here for the Tommies. They go pistol set. Receiver right, receiver left. Oster back to pass. Pressure coming from the Burros. Pass off into the right flat. Making one guy miss. Broken tackle. Broken tackle. Here up to across the 45 to the 47-yard line. There as Cash Danner making the play.
Yeah, Danner running hard and just tough to bring down. Strong, and then lowered the shoulder a little bit, and it's a big play for Thompson. They feel here on the Tommy sideline where I'm at here in this first quarter that they've got something started now, moving the ball, getting into a little bit of a rhythm.
Gain of 13, first down, back-to-back plays for the Tommies. Here as they will break huddle. Approaching midfield, they'll split out wide to the left side. Brady Ripplinger. Here as they turn handoff, Jan running through the middle, and he's turned inside into the defensive tackle arms like Jenin and Matson there to team him up. No gain.
Yeah, they were defensively, those two, as you said. Jenin, Matson came down on that line of scrimmage and made the play. Also on the defensive front right now for Hillsboro Central Valley is Brody Breidenbach.
Tommies can let the clock run down to the end of the quarter. We'll see what they want to do. It certainly looks like that is their intention. If so, it'll be a 6-0 lead for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros after an opening drive score. On your Chris Moen Agency Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley leading Thompson after 1 quarter of play on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Keep yourself healthy as we head back to school and into the autumn season. Hillsboro Drug and Gift is your locally owned full-service pharmacy with prescription and over-the-counter medications, cough and cold medications, and more. And don't forget, you can now text Hillsboro Drug anytime for your prescription refills, 701-636-5231. Hillsboro Drug also offers free delivery in Hillsboro and Halstead. There's always something new at Hillsboro Drug with a great selection of seasonal items, gifts, and cards for all occasions. They're always happy to help you, and they thank you for your business at Hillsboro Drug and Gift.
Hillsboro Central Valley up 6-0 as we start our second quarter. We bring it to you from the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro broadcast booth. Visit with Ryan Opdahl, downtown Hillsboro, with Farmers Union Insurance. Thompson Tommies, first quarter, 29 yards of total offense, but picking up 21 of them on the last couple plays there before the final play of the half, trying to get some momentum, back-to-back first downs as they get set to come out here on this one. We flip sides of the field. Tommies will now go left to right, ball marked here at the 47-yard line. Hillsboro Central Valley defense coming out. Jack Matson, Colin Jennen, Brody Dickoff, Bryce Miller, the starting defensive line. John Matson, Griffin Mitzel, Chase Hafley, your linebacking core. Sawyer Owens and Cody Rogness, the corners. Tyson Lushik and Carson Kazette, your safeties for the Burros. Miller and Mitzel, the D-end and the middle linebacker juniors. Everyone else a senior on a veteran defense right now for the Burros. Evan Oster will be in the pistol set, wing back to the left side, receiver set each way, turn, pitch that over to the left side. Jan looking to get to that outside edge, being chased by Matson, gets by the arm tackles. He's up past the 50 to the 45, and he's forced down right there at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Leshik with the tackle for Hillsboro Central Valley, but Jan really hit that hole hard, and guys out front getting bodies on some of the Burro defenders.
Gain of 9 yards, sets up third and short. Again in that pistol set, wing back, that lead back there in Danner over to the right side. Oster will take the snap, turn, hand off, looking off that right side. Here's a give, he'll have the first down up to the 43-yard line, picking up the 1 yard that the Tommies needed, and Charlie Jan has a Tommy first down.
Yeah, Jan getting a little more work here as this game progresses. He had a big week last week against Mayport CG Finley Sharon in that season opening victory. First down carry here early on, second quarter, 6-0. Thompson, those black jerseys, white numbers, they're moving from left to right on the video screen with your live event. Hillsboro Central Valley, those white jerseys, blue numbers, blue pants.
Trips receivers to the right side. Oster back to pass, looking right. He's going to throw over the middle here. It's caught on an in route, and it's going to be Taylor trying to make one man miss and stretch it out to the outside. Left hash mark. He's brought down, gain of 7.
And there's a flag on the play right near the tackle. I don't know if there was a hand that maybe moved up a little bit too high.
That's the preliminary signal, but is it the incidental or the personal foul variety?
Well, we'll let them tell us, but I'm going to say it was incidental.
That looks to be either way, it will move it enough for the first down. So give them 7, then give them the yardage of the 5 yards on the Burros' first penalty here of the game. So chains move. Here, clock moves here in this second quarter. Here's this drive with the quarter break in there, already approaching 4 minutes old. First and 10, low snap comes in. Oster hands off to Jan through the middle of the offensive line, trying to find room. There's those 2 yards, and he's turned back.
Yeah, and Matson again, with the tackle and the hit there and contact. 2 physical kids colliding after 2 yards.
Jan last week in the win against Mayport CG, 17 carries, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground for him. Also had a catch for 20 yards here. So again, looking like he's going to be a big part of the offensive force here. Already 8 carries in this first half for him. Long time in the huddle.
Yeah, was there a flag out there or what? I didn't see it, but I'm looking into the sun. Yeah, holding on Thompson.
Okay, so they're going to mark that back.
That yellow flag was blending in right with that yellow sun.
I will say it's not fun to look that direction right now. There, so
I'd tell you to look a different direction, but then you'd see even less than you see now.
That's true. So mark it back.
Some would say that about us, even if we don't have a sun to use for the excuse.
Well, some would say stuff about us no matter what we're talking about. Wing back left side there as they turn pitch play opposite direction to the right side. Turn back in. They're inside the defensive end. Miller chasing them back to the oncoming defense. And a short yardage carry that time for Young.
Yeah, Halfley was there. Miller was there. Really good team defensive pursuit by Hillsboro Central Valley. Second down and long. Just under 10 minutes to play in the first half. 6-0. Burrows with that short 2-yard touchdown run in that first quarter. First drive to begin the ball game tonight. That's where we're at. But both teams right now just doing things that are just tough for the other team to get something going, or maybe there's a penalty or something like that along the way too.
Trips receivers out to the right side here for Oster in the pistol side. And the ball comes loose. Just diving out. Jan will get on it back at the 48-yard line, as just looked like he wasn't ready for the snap as it came back, and the fumble there, loss of yards.
Yeah, there was something that just looked a little kittywampus and off timing. But Jan alertly dives on that ball with some Burrow players coming and approaching as Jan jumped on it.
Third down here, and first down marker is up at the 24-yard line, so 3rd and 23. Timeout taken by Thompson before the play. We'll take the timeout as well. It's brought to you by your Nodak Insurance Company, Trail County Agents with Answers. Brad Richter, Nick Preston in Hillsboro and Mayville. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 6-0 on YourLiveEvent.com. Back after this break.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early, because sometimes it's gone early, because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Tommy's up to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Back to pass. Oster looking here to the right side. Throws it here on a comeback. Nice snag up along the sideline, up to the 40-yard line, across the 50 to the 40. There, so bring up a 4th down. Still long down in distance, but picking up a healthy chunk on that play.
Yeah, Taylor again, really good hands and footwork here on the near sideline. I would assume maybe line up as they're going to go for it and see what happens, see what transpires from that play call coming in from the sideline.
Taylor's 4th catch here tonight. Is this clock?
Yeah, the first down marker is right around the 23, as you said earlier.
Trips left side, wide side. Oster looking, Bresch comes, he's going to throw it deep down the right sideline. Looking here along the sideline, and it is incomplete.
Out of bounds. It was well out of bounds. Really well defended here by Rognes. Then Leshek came over as well. So the Burrows defense comes up with the stop.
8:04 to go in this second quarter. They'll take over a nearly 7-minute drive by the Tommies that ends on a turnover on downs.
You know, and Hillsboro Central Valley, had some defensive plays. Thompson also, with that fumble that they recovered themselves, some penalties mixed in there, so it was a combination of everything.
Ball here on the 39-yard line. Lushik in the pistol set. He'll run a pitch play out to the right side. Kazette looking for an outside edge, gets by the one would-be tackler, picks up 3-4 after the collision as he gets an extra yard after contact.
Yeah, I think Jan was one of the guys over there to make the contact to bring him down after the 3-4 yards.
Yeah, looks that way there from that linebacking position, flowing that way. Here is the Burrows substitute, and we talked about Burrows, a lot of guys going both ways.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll see here how they do it after that long defensive drive.
Yeah, it was Mitzel who came in here and Rognus out.
Trips receiver sled in close as Lushik runs a pitch play out to that side. Kazette looking for the outside edge, trying to cut his back. He makes to midfield up to the 48-yard line as he crashes forward. Yeah, a gain on the play of 11 and a first down.
Yeah, just, right, left, just trying to get to the edge and get some guys running, sideline to sideline, and some guys out front pulling and taking 3-4 yards, 5-6 yards, and a first down.
Patiently waiting for that one. Rognus brings in the play. Tommy's in that 4-4 defensive front there. Up front, Porter Martin, Jevin Fee, Charlie Johnson, Landon Getz, Cash Danner, Peyton Kanan, Noah Hippen, Charlie Yon, the linebackers, Brady Ripplinger, Henry Tice, Mac Michelson, the defensive backs. Here a little cluster in the backfield, but eventually handed off after some misdirection up here to the 45-yard line, gain of 4 for Sawyer Owens.
Yeah, and it was, blocking right on the interior point of the attack for Hillsboro Central Valley, helping to lead the way is 51, Colin Jenin.
Jenin there at that
right guard spot.
Left guard spot.
He's on the right side.
Right guard. Flipped him. Okay.
Yeah, they flipped him. I looked at your sheet too, and they flipped him.
Here's a snap back out of the pistol set. Inside shovel pass off here. And falling forward, Sawyer Owens will pick up the yardage as Lushik, a nice delivery on that pass and a lot of traffic. And helmet pops off there, slow to get up.
Yeah, Owens slow in getting up, and he's on the ground here. So looks like we're going to have an injury timeout.
We'll take this timeout. 5:54 to go in this second quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 6-0. Your Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moan Agency scoreboard.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No. Jeez Louise.
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez.
Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Sawyer Owens popping up here, walking off under his own power. His helmet came off, so he'd have to come off anyway.
I wonder if it wasn't, like a little stinger, you know what I'm saying? Just look at him. I'm just guessing here. I shouldn't do that. My apologies. But just how he's, twitching his neck and stuff, as he comes off.
Yeah, again, a couple, here we go, pats, and trainer paying attention, but he's kind of like, I'm good, and just, I got to wait my play, and we'll go from there. Here, so 3rd down and 5 for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Always good to see when athletes get up and come off on their own.
And Owens had that injury week 2 last year, missed the rest of the season. Here, so of course, I'm sure that was maybe running through my head at least. I formation here, they give a play action on a boot out to the left side. Lushik looking, he's going to reset the feet, throw deep here, looking, and it is deflected and caught by Halfley down the field. Touchdown, Burrows. Chase Halfley caught it off the defensive deflection. Touchdown, Hillsboro Central Valley.
Yeah, Jeremy Tice was in position to make the pick. Went up in the air, went off his hands. Halfley was there. His hands, his eyes focused, made the reception. Ran down the rest of the yardage for another score. Hillsboro Central Valley goes up by 2 touchdowns. And the receivers were open early. You could maybe hear some of the coaches in the background saying, there he is, there he is. And he was there, and off the deflection, the Burros will take it to go up by 2 scores.
Lushik rolling to his left, had to reset the feet, and then hung up in the air a little bit. There's Tice, just couldn't quite get to it. Here on for the 2-point conversion, thrown in the flat right side, and they'll convert it. 2-point conversion pass is good.
Great execution.
On your Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moan Agency scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley takes a 2-score lead, 14-0.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, We have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Hillsboro Central Valley with the 44-yard touchdown pass. First touchdown catch by Chase Hafley. Third touchdown throw-in by Tyson Lushik. Capping off a 61-yard drive. Now here comes the kick, angled to the far sideline. That's going to bounce and go out of bounds, and the illegal procedure on the kickoff. Here will give good field position for Thompson. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you could probably hear all the energy and all of the excitement from the Hillsboro Central Valley sideline after that second touchdown, the 2-point conversion to go up 14-0. All these reserves, these young guys, even those that are unable to play tonight, some injuries or whatever the situation is, they're excited. They were juiced up. They were showing some energy.
Quickly here, your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Golden Harvest, Tim Kazette Seat Sales. Here, Grafton leads Mayport CG 28-6 at the half. Bottineau leading Northern Cass 23-0. Sargent County and Carrington tied at 0 here at the end of the first quarter. There your out-of-town scoreboard from Tim Kazette Seed Sales. Tommies, they'll be trips receivers right side as they run a pitch play out there. Running through as Jan squirts his way through would-be tacklers across the 40 up here to the 42-yard line. He's able to pick up 7 yards on first down.
Yeah, Hunter Kleckner came up and made that tackle. Good point of attack, line of scrimmage blocking by the Tommies. Jan was coming and Kleckner came across the field and got there to make the stop.
Here, so Thompson had some offensive momentum, but turned it over on downs last possession as Oster looks to the pass. He's looking deep down the left sideline. Going in the middle, here it is. Incomplete, broken up nicely. Lushik there from the safety spot, coming over and
Owens jarred it loose.
Looking for Danner, trying to high point that ball. Played it well. Defense played a little bit better there for the incomplete pass.
Yeah, Danner got there as Lushik, was maybe in his vision, but Danner got it on his hands, and then Owens came over and put in a pretty good pop to jar that ball free.
Here, so a third down. Third and a long 3 for the Tommies. Oh, split out wide to the right side is Jeremy Tice. Here, Joe Taylor out wide left. They run the ball up the middle here, and it'll be short of the first down marker by about a yard, bringing up a 4th and 1 after the 2-yard Charlie Jan carry.
Yeah, and the ball on that 41-yard line. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Here in their own territory.
Tommy's going to line up. I'm thinking Coach Schwab is saying, all right, boys in black, you need to get something generated here for yourselves.
Trying to make a statement here. They'll come out, pistol formation, receivers each way. No, I formation under center is what they're going to do. Oster will look as he takes a snap, turn, handoff, second man through, hit at the line, scrimmage to the push, and the push won by the Tommies. As they get across the 45 to the 46, picked up a 1.5 yards for the first down.
You could hear the pads popping, and in there was Matson, and Kazette was in there and others, and Jan won that. He needed the yard. What did he get, 2.5?
Here with under 4 minutes to go, first half. Thompson with their third offensive possession of the game. Approaching midfield, trying to find the end zone here, cut into that 14-0 Hillsboro Central Valley advantage. Twin receivers left side, one to the right. Oster in the pistol set. He'll be back. Rush comes. He's looking to the right side here, and defense got there too early. Mitzel looked to jump it, but he ended up bumping the receiver there, intended that time for Adams. Incomplete there, but the pass interference penalty.
Yeah, I think, Mitzel, he read that thing. As you said, he was trying to jump that, and, the hips got with the hips, and then they called the hand on to try to maneuver around that. Borough coaching staff asking for an explanation. Pass was out of reach, and it's the penalty on Hillsboro Central Valley, being aggressive, trying to make a play.
Move the ball into Borough territory now. Second penalty on Hillsboro Central Valley, totaling 20 yards. Also had one that was declined as well. So 1st and 10. Mr. will go with Danner, the wingback, left side. Here as he turns, pitch play goes over to the left side here to Pennis. And Ryland Pennis will try to get to the outside edge, cannot. So he's brought down.
Carson Cazette was there in pursuit and made a nice tackle, open field tackle. Very minimal gain.
Yes. Bring up now a 2nd down. 8 yards there after the 2-yard carry. Clock ticking here. 3 minutes to go. First half. Wide right. Joseph Taylor, very wide right.
Blitz.
Got Adams in the slot. Back to pass, looking left, rolling, throwing there, and it will be throwing it away. With the pressure there, no one open, sticky coverage, incomplete pass.
Yeah, everybody was well covered by the linebackers in the secondary, and Halfley was coming on a little bit of a delayed blitz. They picked it up, but still it forced the quarterback, Oster, to move out a little bit, and he had nowhere to go but throw that thing away just to save the ball and to stop the clock. 3rd and 8, 2:49 to play first half. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 14-0.
Alan Moocher comes in on that defensive line at a D tackle. Trips receivers right side for the Tommies. Oster back to pass. Rescher comes trying to set up the screen. Burrows recognized it, couldn't get to it. Jan catches it. He dives forward after the initial contact. And where the knee touch should be very close, if not getting the first down. There you go.
It's a first down.
There you go. So Jan with the 8-yard first down reception on the screen play.
I'm just looking out here. Carson Gazette, number 4, favoring that ankle a little bit. Watch him here defensively for Hillsboro Central Valley. We'll just keep our eyes on that as the game progresses.
For the Tommies, Oster, 6 of 10, 43 yards here to start the game. He'll be in the pistol set, running back Jan behind him. A quick pass over to the right side, caught by Taylor. He's grabbed by Rognus, gets off that. Miller comes over. He'll grab him, drag him down. Rest of the defense comes over too. And on the receiver's screen in that scrum, it looks like he's going to get about 6 yards.
Yeah, actually, I think even a little bit more than that. 7, where the official is over on my side. It almost was looking like it was going to be 8, but I think we'll give him 7 to make it 2nd and 3.
Minute 53 to go, first half. Tommies did use 1, so they have 2 timeouts left. In the pistol set, Oster looking back to pass, right side, going deep down the sideline here and towards the end zone. Wait for the signal.
Caught.
He caught it.
They're going to say he caught it. They're going to say he caught it. Right at the 6-inch line. I'm walking down here. Great catch. Great catch right here. And Leshik, the safety, came over. Well thrown ball by Oster, and great catch right here at the 6-inch line.
So able to make the catch, and now great position here for the Tommies to get their first score tonight. So it'll be 1st and goal, under 90 seconds to go here in the half. Oster under center, I formation behind him. Danner the fullback. Jan the deep back. They hand it off to Jan. Charlie Jan right side and in for the score.
Yeah, he followed the blocking there of 68, Cody Samuelson, and others on this right side of the line for the Thompson Tommies.
The 1-yard run puts the Tommies on the scoreboard here, and we'll see what they do. They did have 3 two-point conversions last week.
Trust me, they're going for 2.
They'll split out 3 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. Pistol set, Jan in the backfield with Oster. Turn, looking to pass left side. Caught on the receiver screen, and ooh, little oopsie daisy look out, into the end zone. 2-point is good there for Joe Taylor.
And Oster put that right there on the spot to allow Taylor to keep his momentum moving forward with the catch. Well thrown ball.
Tommy score, get 2 more. They trail Hillsboro Central Valley 14-8. Here with 1:16 to go, first half on your Nodak Insurance Company Chris Moan Agency scoreboard.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
Thompson Tommy scoring drive as after a Danner 21-yard catch brought him to the 6-yard line. Charlie Young got him in the rest of the way. 2-point conversion good. Oster to Taylor, and 14-8. They're capping off the 65-yard drive by the Tommies.
That was a big drive by the Tommies. Important for them.
Answering a touchdown drive with one of their own. Here now, see what the Burros can do. As the kickoff here goes on the run, Sawyer Owens picks it up. He rushes through the right hash mark, following up that highway there to the 45-yard line. So great field position with 3 timeouts and 68 seconds to go in this first half.
Myshak on the tackle for Thompson.
Burrows, of course, Halfley with the 44-yard catch off the deflection last drive. Did hit Mitzel and Miller for a couple chunk plays through the air already in this half. See what they look to do here.
3 timeouts remaining, so plenty of time with 1:08.
Miller will be the receiver wide left. Shotgun set, split backs to the either side of Lushik. Lushik will turn, hand off. Room there, but closed up quickly. Getting it off to Owens, and Porter making the stop. Porter Martin for Thompson.
Yeah, Jan and Martin on the tackle for the Tommies.
Here, so the substitutions come in. Mitzel will check in for Hillsboro Central Valley. Tommy's going here with a 4 defensive back defense here as Jack Krogstad comes in, the freshman here, the right side cornerback. Trips receivers right side of the offensive formation for Lushik. He'll turn, he'll run the pitch play over to Kazette, looking for the outside edge, cuts back towards the middle at the 40 to the 43-yard line, nearly spun free. Clock stops, so they reset the chains here as the first down for the Burros.
Yeah, and a penalty flag is mentioned right around midfield as well, and Jan gets up slow for the Tommies.
Timeout HCD.
We'll see what the penalty is. Timeout called as well. As timeouts brought to you by your Trail County agents with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. Brad Richter, Nick Preston. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 14-8 when we return.
Common doesn't do the extra reps. Common doesn't push the limits. And Common doesn't do all of that before the sun is up. We work harder than anyone else when no one is watching, so that when everyone is watching, we're ready to answer the call. Discover your uncommon side with the North Dakota Army National Guard.
26 seconds left, first half. Burros used the timeout. They were called for a holding penalty that wiped off the nice run there by Gazette, and it's going to put them back into their own territory. 2nd and 16 for the Burros.
Yeah, it's a tough penalty at the time. Field position, clock time remaining, all that.
Changes the strategy definitely as they'll come out wide left, trips receivers. One back in the backfield. Lushik, play action, gonna look. He's gonna tuck it and run. Here on the right sideline, he gets by one. He's working his way. He'll step out here at the 45. He's just shy of the first down marker. Gain of 14 for Lushik on the keeper.
And stop the clock at 18 seconds, so still time to get off 2 or 3 plays. And Burrow's looking for a big chunk play or Possible penalty on the Tommies, that sort of stuff to move the ball and put them in a position.
All right, they're going to mark him back to the 49-yard line. So foot stepped out back at the 49. Zlushik here on third down. 4 wide receiver set, 2 each direction. Looking, passing, right side, incomplete, looking for Miller here on third down.
Yeah, you had Miller there too.
Brings up fourth down now for the Burros. You got 15 seconds left. Near midfield, just passed it into Tommy territory. And we'll see what they do. It looks like they might have the punt team coming out. Tommies do have a couple timeouts. See if they maybe try and go for some pressure. Looking like they're going to be in their base defense almost. No one back to return.
Right. Yeah.
Playing against the fake as the punt goes off the foot of Dickoff, and it will be a high punt, big bounce, and it'll roll down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's really a nice punt.
Beautiful punt to pin him deep with 8 seconds left there, and from there, likely going to see a kneel down here as we'll get to the end of the first half. We'll have halftime coaches' comments coming up right away, and first half summary, statistics, and more. All coming up on your halftime report here on yourliveevent.com. Thompson is indeed in the kneel-down formation. Zoster under center. Will take the snap, take the knee, and let it run out. So after one half of play on your Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moen Agency scoreboard, it is Hillsboro Central Valley leading 14-8. Here as we go down to the field, our halftime coaches' comments.
Well, Coach Johnson for the Burros, you're up 14-8. Your assessment of the first half here for your team.
Well, one of the things that we wanted to do was come out and get a quick start, and we did that. Moved the ball down the field and scored a touchdown. Wanted to get stops on defense right away. It was a 3-and-out. We got the ball back. Then our offense stalled a little bit in those next couple of drives, and obviously Chase Hafley making a nice play to put more points on the board. Focus on tackling. There's a few times that we did that a lot of the time, but we missed some tackles in key moments, and then a blown coverage, and that's kind of the half.
And what do you tell the guys here about the second half other than stay physical and be consistent?
Well, one of our measurements of how good of a team we are to evaluate our team is, are we a better team in the second half than the first half? So, a lot of those same focus, we have to tackle. We have to get to that ball carrier, wrap up, and tackle. Coverages, that cornerback that missed that coverage is a good cornerback and, made about 3 plays right before that. So staying disciplined on the things that we're doing and then you have to dig a little bit deeper. Rival game, and on one hand I know that people say, well, it's non-region and all of that, but we need to bring it every Friday night, and this is an important game for us, so we have to dig deep in the second half.
Every game means a lot.
That's right.
Coach, thanks. We'll talk to you after the game. Good luck.
Thank you.
Coach Johnson, Hillsboro Central Valley Burros at halftime. 14-8 is the halftime coaches conversation. Dakota Heritage Bank, and our halftime show from Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, your agent in Hillsboro. 14-8, Hillsboro Central Valley leads Thompson here tonight with yourliveevent.com.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car. Because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
Halftime score, Hillsboro Central Valley leads 14-8 over Thompson. North Dakota 11A football. Let's look at our first half summary as our opening kickoff was fielded by the Burros and then subsequently driven down the field 65 yards in 4 minutes 38 seconds. There a Carson Cazette 2-yard touchdown run made it 6-0 after the PAT was blocked, and Hillsboro Central Valley with the opening score for the lead. Punt, punt, punt is how we went the next possessions there with Hillsboro Central Valley then taking the ball with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, and 2 minutes and 33 seconds later would end up with Chase Halfley in the end zone. A high thrown ball there, tipped, deflected there by the safety, Jeremy Tice for the Tommies. Just couldn't quite get his hands on it. Into the hands of Chase Halfley, and then racing his way to the end zone for the 44-yard score and the 14-0 lead. Bryce Miller with the 2-point conversion reception on that ensuing play. Tommies respond how you'd want them to respond. They drive down the field here in a 4-minute, 15-second drive covering 65 yards. The big play being a Gavin Oster to Cash Dannert 21-yard pass play that put him on the doorstep. And then not even ringing the doorbell, Charlie Yon just burst through the line for a 1-yard touchdown score. The 2-point conversion pass, Oster to Joe Taylor, was good. And 14-8 with 1:16 to go in the first half was our score. Burros would punt it there with 8 seconds left. Not able to get the first down penalty, moved them back, unable to convert. They punted away, and Tommies kneel out the half there for the 14-8 score. Hillsboro Central Valley leading over Thompson here on YourLiveEvent.com. This is your Ryan Opdahl Insurance Agency of Hillsboro Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. First half stats when we return.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
If you have concern or questions about the mental health of yourself or a loved one, Trail District Health Unit's Credible Mind platform offers convenient and confidential resources to help inform you about mental well-being. Credible Mind offers 21 different assessments to guide you in your mental health journey, from sleep quality and burnout to anxiety and depression. To get started today and learn about your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, visit traildistricthealthunit.crediblemmind.com.
For nearly 40 years, West Main Pizza has been serving up hot, delicious pizzas and other favorites, like sub sandwiches, calzones, chicken wings, pasta dishes, paninis, and more. With 2 locations on East Main in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, we offer dine-in, takeout, and online ordering at westmainpizza.net. Discover more than just pizza at West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, your neighborhood favorite since 1986.
Halftime report, Hillsboro Central Valley leading Thompson 14-8. Let's look at our first half stats in this one. For the Thompson Tommies, Charlie Young rushing the ball, 13 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. It was Ellen Pennis with 1 carry for 2 yards, 2 team carries, 1 a botched snap, fumble, 1 a kneel down for -7. Total of 37 to the good, 7 to the negative, 16 carries, 30 yards net for the Thompson Tommies in the first half. Evan Oster was 8 of 12 passing, 71 yards, completed 5 passes, 21 yards to Joe Taylor. Also had a 2-point conversion pass to Taylor as well. Cash Danner would have 2 catches totaling 34 yards, and Charlie Young 1 catch for 8 yards. 71 on the air, 30 on the ground, 101 yards total offense in the first half for the Thompson Tommies. No turnovers, had 3 penalties totaling 30 yards and 7 first downs. Scoring play of Charlie Young, a 1-yard touchdown run, and Joe Taylor a 2-point conversion reception following that Young touchdown. For the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, Sawyer Owens with 5 carries for 10 yards. Carson Cassette with 8 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. And it is Tyson Lushik with 2 carries for 15 yards of offense here in the ground. 15 carries, 61 total yards for Hillsboro Central Valley on the ground. Through the air, Tyson Lushik 4 of 7 passing, 86 yards, and a touchdown. 1 catch, 22 yards for Griffin Mitzel. 1 catch, 17 yards for Bryce Miller. 1 catch, 3 yards for Sawyer Owens. 1 catch, 44 yards, and a touchdown for Chase Halfley. 61 plus 86, 147 offense in the first half for Hillsboro Central Valley. No turnovers. They had 6 first downs, 3 penalties, totaling 30 yards in the first half. That is our first half statistics as we bring it to you on your Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance Agency halftime report. This is with Ryan Opdahl, downtown Hillsboro. Here as we continue to visit with you more when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burros want you to visit HillsboroK12.com or CentralValleyND.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day, too. The school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, and contact information. It's all on the school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692 for shop and field service, farm equipment sales, repair on all equipment, in the field, on the farm, and in the shop with Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692. Check out Right Implement for farm equipment, repair and service of equipment and all trucks on Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Right Implement, 701-636-5692.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Watch me. Standing, getting ready here for the second half. Let's take a moment here, look at our Town scoreboard brought to you by Tim Cassette Seed Sales, your Golden Harvest dealer. Around the region, around the state here tonight, Grafton leading Mayport CG 28-12, start of the fourth quarter. It is Bottineau leading Northern Cass 23-0 at half. Carrington over Sargent County at the end of the half 8-0. Langdon area, Edmore Munich, Valley City scoreless here at the start of the first quarter in that one. Harvey Wells County leading Velva Garrison Drake Adamus 10-0 at halftime in that one, as we're going to go down to the field shortly here. Also checking in here. Yeah, that's the scores we have reported right now. Your out-of-town scoreboard from your Golden Harvest dealer, Tim Cassette, Seed Sales Scoreboard.
Yeah, Big Jake, we're here on the sideline with our conversation. Coach Brady Schwab for the Tommies, trailing by 6 here coming into the second half. What did you talk about at the halftime break and the assessment of the first half?
Yeah, I thought second quarter we played better. We played a lot more physical. We ran downhill. We got to our positions on defense. And, you know, we got to get more pressure up front on the defensive side and force them to do some things they don't want to do. And then, you know, we can't go backwards. You know, we went backwards a couple times there and stalled out some drives. But, you know, we get back to go downhill, play downhill, physical football, and let's see where we go.
Any other changes here for the second half other than clean it up?
Clean it up. That's kind of the goal right now, right? And that's why we play these early non-region games. And, you know, we got to put one together here to start the half and set the tone for this half.
Hey, thank you. Good luck second half. We'll talk after the game. Coach Brady Schwab joining us here on our halftime coaches conversation from Dakota Heritage Bank, part of the Ryan Opdahl halftime report. Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsboro. 14-8, Hillsboro Central Valley leads Thompson. Getting ready for the second half here tonight with your live event. Big Jake, should be a fun second half.
Looking forward to it here as the Tommies will receive the second half. They deferred the opening coin toss there. Burrows received. They've marched it down for a score. Now the Tommies will look to do the same here to start this second half. Take a moment here to say once again thank you for joining us here for our broadcast coverage, and thank you as well to all the fine sponsors that you see here throughout our broadcast coverage. Whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Half number 2 of week number 2. Coming up here as myself, Jake Berkmeyer, Jim Berkmeyer on the sideline, Reagan running the camera with us here tonight. Hillsboro Central Valley will be kicking left to right. Here's the Tommies will then be receiving going right to left, and I am happy to report the sun has gone below the skyline. I can now see the other side of the field. Very nice. Bryce Miller has it teed up for Hillsboro Central Valley, ready to kick off our second half. And your halftime report brought to you by Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. Miller with the approach and the boot, and a low line driver will bounce on the hop, bobbled, and then picked up here inside the 20-yard line by the Tommies, up to the 28-yard line before being turned back.
Yeah, among the Burrows there was Easton Beach and Hunter Kleckner. We also saw Austin Cotton and some others were out there as well. And I believe, Jackson Kleckner was out there too.
Oh, Thompson will come out. Offensive line here of Chase Cowdery, Peyton Harding, Cody Samuelson, Elijah Conrad, Wyatt Bergeron. Wide receivers, Joe Taylor, Brady Ripplinger. Quarterback is Gavin Oster with Charlie Young, the deep back here. They run the pitch play out to him left side. He's stretched out and well played that time by the defense. Not giving up the corner, turning him back in. The flow there. Matson, and Lushik able to bring him down.
Yeah, and as you said, unable to turn the corner because of the defensive effort. Hafley might have thrown in his helmet in there too. Really well pursued, but it was led there by 75, Jack Matson.
Bryn Adams, the tight end. Cash Danner, the wing back, fullback here for the Tommies as well. They go trips receivers out to the right side in the pistol set. Oster will throw. It's caught here by Danner and wrapped up immediately that time by Chase Hafley coming up to secure him for the stop.
Yeah, Hafley really played that well, and he fought off one of those little blocks there by Adams. And Hafley then lowered and reached down and wrapped up. Nice open field tackle.
Brings up a third down. Actually lost a yard on that one, so 3rd and 11 for Thompson. Danner, Adams, and Taylor will be split out wide to the left in a 3-wide formation.
Tice is to the right.
Pistol set, looking left. Oster throwing it deep here, down the middle, and it is picked off by Lushik. Tyson Lushik picks it off, makes one-man miss. He's got a convoy ahead of him as Taylor comes over, makes the stop. Flag comes in. Possible block in the back there as Taylor avoided that block and made the stop. But Tyson Lushik with the interception, our first turnover of the game.
Yeah, Lushik just playing out there in center field and read it all the way. A little bit overthrown, and Lushik no issues in making that interception, and a nice return until the penalty flag came in. But the Burros get that turnover. That's our first turnover of the game tonight. It's 14-8. Hillsboro Central Valley leads Thompson. So the Burros will get their offensive unit out for the first time here in this second half. Just underway, second half, 1:35 into it.
And it is going to be a block in the back on the return, but after the interception, so move it back here to the 47-yard line, where Hillsboro Central Valley will take over.
Big crowd here tonight, too. I should point that out. A lot of fans, a lot of interest, two good football teams.
Sidelines are well filled. Trips receivers left in a tight formation, one to the right. Lushik runs a pitch play to Kazette. He'll stop, try and work his way back inside with that one cut, get upfield for 1 yard on first down, 2nd and 9.
Jevon Fee there to make the tackle. Kazette was turned back inside because of the pursuit, the defensive play of Jan.
Here's Mitzel in, Rogness out. Offense for the Burros. Matson, Jenin, Matson, Mucher, and Dickoff on the offensive line. Halfley, the tight end. Miller and Rogness. Now Miller and Mitzel, the wide receivers. Owens, Kazette, the running backs, and Lushik, the quarterback, in a pistol set. One back in Kazette behind him. Back to pass. Looking. He's going to run the slant play. Get into Halfley. Caught for the first down.
Yeah,
picks up 11.
Yeah, really well executed there because Halfley, they had moved him from that tight end spot. They split him out left. Just runs that slant and got, behind that linebacker in front of the others, and well thrown ball by Lushik. Just that timing thing, and kind of okay. We see this. We can take this and use the space and get the ball into the hands of these skilled people.
Trying to force the Tommies out of that 4-4 defense and maybe loosen them up a little bit for that run game as they go I formation. Lushik under center, turns handoff. Owens falling behind his fullback, Kazette. He'll pick up 2 yards on the jump ahead there. Halfback dive that time.
Yeah, Charlie Johnson, one of the first guys there to make contact and bust that play up. Rogness will go out, and Mitzel will come in for Hillsboro Central Valley. Under 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. 14-8, Hillsboro Central Valley with the lead. It was Gazette with a short touchdown run, Halfley with a touchdown reception from Lushik, and it was Jan getting the score for Thompson late in the first half.
High formation, Lushik under center, turns,
Blitz.
Play action blitz, perfectly timed. Danner brings him down.
Yeah, nobody saw him. He really timed that well, as you said. Just was there, perfect timing, and came in on the right side. Lushik had nowhere to go down, but down on the field. Danner with the sack off that blitz pressure.
Back to the 41-yard line, brings up a long 3rd and long right now. Here as Rogness comes in for the Burros.
Danner had an interception last week, comes up with an important sack here to make it 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 now.
2.5 sacks for the defense last week. I don't know how you get 2.5. I don't. But they did. They got the first one here tonight. Lushik in the split backs, looking here to pass right side. It's caught by Miller down the right sideline. He'll turn, he'll cut it up and pick up a good chunk of that yards, bring up a much more manageable 4th down.
Yeah, it's going to get inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. No, they're going to say first down. Yeah, it is enough. At the 25, right at the 25. I'll tell you what, watching this Miller kid, Bryce, he runs some really good routes. Smooth, good athlete, good hands, and Lushik puts it right there on the big target. Big frame kid, and runs a really nice route. First down, Burros.
Big junior will be split out to the left side. I formation, turn, handoff, first man through. The fullback Gazette takes it into a pile.
And down to the 19, gain of 6.
Kanan there, first off the pile. Underneath the pile there was Hippen for the Tommies.
Really good push by that Hillsboro Central Valley offensive line. You just mentioned their names a couple of snaps ago, and they responded Said we're going to get it done there on first down. Brings up that second down and a 4.
Here with 7:18 to go in this third quarter. Burrow's offense trying to capitalize after the defense got a takeaway. Lushik back to pass, looking left. He's going to throw it deep to the end zone, looking for Halfley, and he holds it in. Did he hold on?
Oh, yeah.
He does. Halfley with the touchdown.
Great reception. Gave up his body, laid out for it. Lushik put it on a dime. Go to the carnival, pitch a dime, and win a glass, and that's a touchdown pass.
Second for Halfley here today. Second throwing for Lushik. There as they connect, and Halfley now 2 touchdowns and
great reception.
About 80 yards.
Good coverage there too, but it just well executed between quarterback and receiver.
Kickoff on for the 2-point conversion here as the kick is up, and the kick
partially blocked.
No good. But Hillsboro Central Valley capitalizes after the defensive takeaway. They get a Chase Halfley touchdown catch. They lead 20-8 over Thompson on your Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side. Corner 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
20-8, Hillsboro Central Valley extends the lead here in the third quarter. Chase Halfley, his second touchdown catch of the night and the season. Came in with 1 catch for 6 yards last week, 3 catches. 78 yards, 2 touchdowns here tonight. It's a nice.
Well, the Burros have been really balanced tonight. Run, pass, which Coach Pastor Johnson, Joe Johnson said, in the pregame and has told me, in the last couple of weeks. Really balanced, but also very balanced, and they're going, all sides of the field as well. It's not like some teams. Okay, we always have to go behind, or most of the time we're going to go left side or right side because of strengths, but they're really balanced right now, and that was an impressive drive. That kick comes out of bounds, so gives us the time to describe that and talk about that as the officials will mark it here and
puts it up to the 35. Puts it at the 35. Second procedural penalty on the kickoff by the Burros special teams here today. So made a little nicer when you're leading, but still I'm sure something coaches will look at on film study on Monday or Tuesday or whenever they get back to it.
So far tonight, Hillsboro Central Valley's defensive front again has done a nice job on the run, have they not?
They have not allowed big runs. I got something on that here in a moment. Here as they allow the run here to Jan. He's hit by the second level, stays on his feet as he gets up to the 41-yard line. Going to be a gain of 6 on that first play. And the stat you talked about, 2 yards per rush allowed last week. About the same here, a little under that actually in the first half here. But the other thing, the longest run they've allowed so far through now 6 complete quarters, a 10-yard quarterback scramble last week, 1 double-digit carry allowed by this defense right now.
Jan did a really good job of hanging on to that ball because Mitchell was trying to strip it out.
Second down and 4. I formation, turn, handoff. They'll give it to Jan as he'll pick up, and he nearly broke that one.
Yeah.
Brings it up just shy of midfield.
Yeah, he broke through some tackles is what he did, running hard.
Gain of 8 to the 49, first down for Thompson. Here's they move the chains here. Now they just need to keep moving down. Use some of that momentum here to cut into this 12-point deficit. 6:06 to go, third quarter.
Ripplinger is out. Tice is in for Thompson with the play call. Tice will be right side, and going out left side will be Taylor.
Wing back left side as well, too. Pistol set. Blitz comes from the Burros on the offside as they run left side. Thompson able to get a couple of yards on this carry by Jan.
Well, and you can see the physicality of blocking there with Chase Cowdery, and also for Hillsboro Central Valley, John Matson Those two veterans have gone up against each other through the years, and they're having some fun just playing some good, hard, tough football.
That was Rylan Penis there in right now with that last carry. There with that sub. Trips receivers left, 10 on the shot clock. They get up to the line of scrimmage. Pistol set, turn, looking to the left side. They're going to throw on the slant route coming underneath. It's caught by Taylor. Makes one miss, and he's brought down by Chase Hafley as he crosses the 40 down to the 36-yard line. Big gain for a big first down.
Yeah, nice little, throw, catch, yards after the catch. Well designed, executed very well, and the timing there, and Thompson's on the move.
6th catch for Joe Taylor here today. 44 yards on those 6 catches. Taylor will be split out wide to the right side. Wing back left side, pistol set, turn, hand off. They'll give it to Charlie Yon. He's tripped up as he tries to hurdle the tackler at the line of scrimmage. John Matson got the fingertip on him, and it will be a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Matson able to lift up the one arm and trip him up while he was right there underneath Wyatt Bergeron, the offensive lineman blocking for the Tommies.
4:15 to go, third quarter. Thompson started the half with the football. An interception was thrown. Burrows went down and scored, and now the Tommies trying to respond with a score of their own as they'll split Taylor out wide left, looking that way. Oster going to chuck it down the left sideline, and it's a lot of collision.
Penalty flags.
And a lot of laundry coming out. Yep. So the penalty there will move it up to the 17-yard line and a first down for Thompson after the defensive pass interference. That time just kind of a scramble, just almost like that busted coverage Coach Johnson talked about in the first half, and recognize it, trying to get back to it and just running through the receiver before they had the ball.
And I was trying to, as I was watching the snap and all of that, it just, I don't know if everybody was on the same count on both sides of the lines. It just seemed a little bit different there. Some guys were still down, some guys were starting to get up, and then a pass interference penalty, and that's what we're talking about.
Here now in the pistol set, they'll give on a delayed handoff there to Jan. Gets by the Cassette tackle in the backfield, gets his way back up, picks up about a yard.
Yeah, now another penalty flag coming in. This is away from the ball. Miller had made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, but downfield, the receiver, Taylor, downfield for Thompson. He and Rockness got tangled up, and whatever was going on, drew a penalty flag.
Chippiness between the two teams, two programs, two, fan bases.
Here, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice,
I mean, it's not a surprise.
I was just trying to be nice and just not say what the H was going on. Drew a penalty flag. Then you had to go bring out the whole coloring book, bring out your 64 color crayons and brag because you got a sharpener in the back of the box.
No, I never did. I wish I was that cool kid, but I never got the
Should have had a different mother to buy you one.
I know. You know what? It's because I hated back-to-school shopping. Penalty on the Burrows, so move the ball forward here for the Tommies. Brings up 2nd and 4. In the pistol set, they'll turn, pitch out to the right side. Hit in the backfield. Jan stays on his feet, trying to get outside. Mitzel brings him down.
Yeah, right on the baseball diamond area. A little misdirection there, but the Burrows didn't bite for that. They stayed right there, stayed at home. No doubt, coming in, we knew that they had keyed on, and they were focused on stopping Jan, and so far tonight, they continue to be keyed on Jan defensively, and Burrows are doing a little stunting and some other stuff there defensively to mix it up to keep their eyes on, and then the hits and the tackles on number 1, Charlie Jan.
3 minutes to go, third quarter. Taylor out wide right. They're going to bring Tice out wide left. And we got early movement. Early movement going to go from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9.
Yep, right side of the line.
Here, so See here if they stick with the same formation, play call type. Tice staying out wide there, and Owens was on him. He'll run back to the huddle now. New play call coming in for 3rd and 9 for Thompson, trailing 20-8 against Hillsboro Central Valley. Both teams coming in 1-0, looking to keep that O on the back half of their record. Back to pass on a roll out left side, looking here. It's bobbled and nearly intercepted by the Burros. Owens nearly had that one coming back to the house.
That was a heck of a play by Owens to get his hands on that. He got his hand in there, then he went through the intended receiver after touching that ball, so all legal, and tipped it a couple of times, and he could see the 80-plus yards in front of him. There was almost a great play. Still, it was a very, very good play, but it was almost a great play taking it to the house the other way. Big play here, Jake. It really is. 2:38 to go, third quarter, 4th down and 8. The ball on the 15-yard line.
You can hear the Burro fans beneath me cheering their defense on. Big 4th down play. They'll have to keep going as we get a timeout called here. Timeouts brought to you by your Trail County agents with answers in Hillsboro and Mayville. It's Brad Richter and Nick Preston with Nodak Insurance Company. 20-8, Hillsboro Central Valley leads. 2:38 to go, third quarter. 4th down Tommies when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Out of the timeout, we're looking at 4th and 8 for the Thompson Tommies after the penalty moved them back. And then the incomplete pass on 3rd down. They'll be on the 15-yard line. Trying to get down to the 7 there. Tommies trying to keep pace here after the Burros extended their lead with a touchdown drive after an interception. Danner out wide left. He's had a couple big catches today. Out wide left. There they have Brady Ripplinger. Back to pass. Oster looking. He's going to set up a screen. Blockers in front here for Jan as he works way back to the middle. Inside, down to the goal line. He's into the end zone, touchdown.
Yeah, that's a leader right there. I'll tell you what, really well-designed play as the pressure came and they got onto the backside of the defensive ends, and then Jan turned it back inside, busted a tackle or two, and he smelled that goal line, and number 1 took it in for his 2nd of the night.
2nd of the night, 5th total of the year. Now 4 rushing, 1 receiving. There as that screen play goes in, and now the Tommies will look to here pull it within with the 2-point conversion. 2:28 to go in this third quarter. Up to the line of scrimmage. Oster under center. 8 on the play clock. Turns, hands off. They're going to give it to Panis, and Rylan Panis squirts free, gets by. He was wrapped up. He got free. That's the question right now.
Sounds like they did.
They blow it dead. The 2-point is no good. It is a 6-point game, 20-14 on your Chris Moen at Grand Forks and Lakota Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard.
Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
6-point ball game, 2:28 to go, third quarter. Tommy's kicking off, and here will be the high kick. Miller will pick it up here at about the 20-yard line. Looking up the middle of the field, he'll just drag it forward his way up to the 43-yard line, and starting position here for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Adrian Brent with that kickoff that time on a high kick, allowing special teams coverage to get down there and be part of the kickoff coverage team. A number of Tommies in on that play.
Hillsboro Central Valley offense back out on the field after the touchdown drive last time through the air to Chase Halfley, his second. Halfley for the Burros, Jan for the Tommies, both with 2 touchdowns here today. Here they'll give to Sawyer Owens on a pitch play left side. As he crosses the 45, tries to cut back into the middle of the field on that left hash mark. He's brought down at the 47-yard line, gain of 4.
Yeah, Ripplinger was there, and so was Jacob Stumpf for the Tommies. Mitchell had a little kick-out block there, and Owens had read it well. A little bit of a cut, slipped a little bit, but the defenders were right there too.
Hunter Kleckner will rotate in as Carson Cassette gets a breather. Also seeing Bryce Miller gain a breather on the sideline too, as Griffin Mitzel will be wide receiver out wide right to the formation. I formation for Tyson Lushik under center. On second down, pitch play right side, cuts back inside. Owens looking to break it loose. He gets the first down.
Yeah, really hard run there by Owens. He even some blocks maybe didn't quite get there, get set up, but Owens hit it hard and read it, said, hey, this is where I can go right here, and made the most of it. That's an experienced, hard runner, good athlete, and making the most of it.
Owens got nicked up on that play, had to come off for the Halfley touchdown the first half, came back defensively on the next possession, so really no time missed. Good to see on that one after he was down for a couple seconds. I formation, Lushik under center, turns hands off. Owens again, this time into a crowd. Flag comes out here on the near side, trying to run right there into the arms of Charlie Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson and Danner both there. Johnson, some initial contact, plugged it up there in the middle, the big fella did, and Danner finished it off. Penalty flags, as you said, right in front of the press box area where you're located here tonight, and the camera crew as well. We thank everybody for being involved to make our broadcast possible. Illegal block below the knee, chop block.
They're on the Burros, so that would have been a 1-yard carry. Instead, it's going to move it back into Burro territory all the way to the 39-yard line. The Burros pick up their 6th penalty of the game.
I'm going to say this, with 1:04 to go in this third quarter, whichever 2 teams, and we talked about keys to the game before the game, and I talked about all the line play, and certainly that has been a factor so far tonight. Whichever one of these 2 teams plays the cleanest the rest of the way is going to get the win.
Both teams fairly similar in the penalty counts. The turnover, the difference right now on that how clean are you playing it category right now. 4 wide receivers, shotgun set for Lushik. He'll turn, he'll look, out route for Miller, catches it as he gets it up to the 45-yard line, tackled in bounds, clock will roll, gain of 6 for Miller.
And I think that's probably going to be the final play of this third quarter is my guess.
Do not have to run another play.
Nope.
So
chance to give everybody a rest and, calculate things out, think about it, and get ready for the fourth quarter.
Players grab the water, fans grab the popcorn. Fourth quarter coming up. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 20-14 over Thompson. Your Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Fourth quarter when we return on yourliveevent.com.
Whew, sorry I'm late. I had to walk again.
Where's your car?
Whew, the auto shop said it would take a few months to fix.
You should have taken it to Abra. Abra Auto Body can fix your car faster than the other body shops. After your claim is filed, Abra handles the rest with the insurance companies and adjuster. Lonnie and his team will take good care of you. Visit us on 32nd Avenue South or schedule your appointment at abraauto.com. Abra Auto Body, right the first time, on time.
Abra Auto Body, Grand Forks.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Fourth quarter time in Thompson. Hillsboro Central Valley has led the entirety of the game so far after an opening drive touchdown. Tommies have twice responded to Borough touchdowns with touchdown drives of their own. And now trying to get a defensive stop, give themselves field position to go in for the tie and, if possible, go ahead score. Meanwhile, Hillsboro Central Valley trying to overcome a drop block penalty. Has it now, second down and 18. Ball here on the 45-yard line, their own 45. They got to get to the Tommy 38-yard line. Look like play action that time for Lushik. He'll turn, he'll roll, he'll run as he works it up to the 50-yard line, gets on the outside edge, pushed out of bounds at around the 45-yard line by Noah Hippen. And they will mark him right at the 45. So from 145 to the 45 we were just at before the quarter break.
Yeah, got back those 10 yards. No receivers open downfield. So Leshik, again, the veteran, the 3-year starter, tucked it under and just took some positive yards. Move the ball forward, position yourself. Give an opportunity here, a better opportunity for a first down on third down.
Third and less than 10. More than 9, less than 10. Here on third down, I formation. Receiver left is Miller. Receiver right is Rogness. Turn, play action, looking here. Lushik going to keep it again as he squirts forward through the middle of the field down here to the 38-yard line. Going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, and brought down by the Tommies there as they'll make some substitutions defensively as Conrad will go out and so will Cowdery. And looks like they're going to bring in again Martin is in here, and also they're bringing in Fee, and they're bringing in Johnson.
Bringing in some stout guys up front here on fourth down. Call it 4th and 4. Shotgun set, split back. Slushik, he'll take the pass, roll to the right side. Looking here, looking. He's going to chuck it here on a comeback route, looking for Halfley. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass there. Thought he might have had Halfley on the crossing route, coming across on that mid-range route. Didn't like it there. Try to get him on the comeback. Yeah, incomplete, fourth down, turnover rundown.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jake, but I don't know if he could see him because of some of that interior push, just he had to kind of keep fading out to his right, and Halfley, his receiver, give him credit for continuing to come there to give himself the opportunity and to be a target for his quarterback. But it was very well defended, too, by the Tommies.
So Tommies get that turnover on downs, the ball back to their offense from the 39-yard line. Here's they come out, pistol set. They'll turn, hand off, looking at Charlie Yon. He'll take it here across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Owens able to wrap him up low, and teammates helping to clean him up after the 3-yard carry.
Yeah, Mattson at the bottom, and something has some excitement out there.
Yon, 56 yards rushing on 19 carries, has the touchdown on the ground, also the touchdown through the air where he has 2 catches for 23 yards and a touchdown. So
with 10:20 to go in the ball game, down by 6, I think you're going to see a healthy diet of Charlie Yon.
He'll be the pistol back. It's going to be a quarterback keeper on the boot. Oster will take it for the first down. He's met at the 30-yard line as it's quarterback on quarterback, and then a late hit flag coming in as well, too. So tackled after the first down right at the 50. Late hit, going to move it up 15 yards there to the 35. There with Oster with the 6-yard keeper.
Can maybe hear some of the thoughts coming through the wireless mic.
Couple of them.
We'll let the descriptive words be my silence.
So penalty brings him up deeper into Borough territory. And the Tommies here with 10:09 to go, looking to drive here for the tying score. They will come up to the line. No, they're going to huddle up again. I was going to say that was going to be a very tight formation, but they're just going to re-huddle up again as the ball gets spotted here at the 35-yard line of Hillsboro Central Valley. So Taylor out wide, left side, right side. They send out Jeremy Tice. Wing back right side. Oster turns, hands off. Jan in the backfield makes one miss. Scampers ahead, nearly breaks it free, but a touchdown, possibly saving tackle by Lushik. And that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, and Jan hit hard there in the lower leg area. Goes down hard, bounces up though. Another first down, moving the chains, moving the ball. Burrows substituting defensively as they will bring in 60 Brody Breidenbach to play up front along with Dickoff, Matson, and Miller.
Oster in the pistol set with the wing back. Danner left side, Jan behind him. Turn, hand off. Charlie Jan looking for room, trying to make one guy miss. Hit by Dickoff.
Dickoff, yeah.
Burrows saying they got the ball.
Loose. Ball came loose.
Official saying down. We have the far side official saying he was down. So no fumble. It will stay Thompson Tommy football. There is.
Yeah, no sending this to New York City.
No appeal can be made.
Well, there's some appeals being made. Just they're not going to stand.
No successful
right.
appeals.
Absolutely.
Ryland.
Yeah, there's no challenge flags here either. But I know 6 guys that wish they each had one.
Ryland Penis is in the backfield here as the pass goes back. Oster being chased. He's brought down, and
really
he will get about a yard on the scramble.
Yeah, really good pressure. Really good pressure. Dickoff and Miller, Breidenbach, Matson, they're doing some stuff up front right now. These 4 guys are these last 2 plays.
Pocket collapse there. Oster had to try and make something happen. Brings up now a 3rd down and 9. 8:13 to go in this 4th quarter.
First down is at the 15. The ball is at the 24.
Out wide to the left side goes Brady Ripplinger. Trips receivers right side. Here is Taylor, the wide out on the right. Yes, he'll cut underneath with that slant route with the 2 go routes there. He breaks it free, cuts back to the middle of the field, stumbles, and he is down shy of the goal line. But Taylor brings it in here for 23 yards.
Yeah, Taylor looked like he was going to, go on the out and cut it back to the inside, found himself open, and Oster got it to him. And a nice run after the catch.
Running in here from the sideline there, Adams will come in. Be a tight end. Under center. Oster turns, hands off, and Charlie Jan in for the score.
Charlie Jan, 3 yards for the score.
3-yard touchdown run. Jan's 3rd of the game, 6th on the season.
Now there's some headlights on some vehicles in this south end zone. It's not being seen, and there's no stoppage of play. Hillsboro Central Valley coaching staff is doing everything they can to get the attention here.
That would be the end zone that the Borough defense is looking into. Oh, we do have a flag coming out. Flag down there at the 4-yard line.
If you want to, there's some lights on. Yeah,
there's a car that's got their
there we
headlights
go.
on in the south end zone. Please turn them off.
So there is the officials noticing the headlights and getting them turned off. Meanwhile, we're getting conversation out there between officials and players.
20-20 right now is their score. Personal foul.
After the play, so is that correct? The score does stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, they're going to be pushed back to the 18. So it was on the play, on the point after try, the unsportsmanlike. So the
Personal foul on the Tommies.
touchdown, of course, stands. So it's 20-20, now trying for the PAT, 2-point.
Snap back, play action. Oster rolling to the right side, looking, throwing down to the right side, and it's
incomplete.
The 2-point fails, but the game ties it up on Leon's third touchdown of the game. 20-20. We're seeing it right. It's tied up on the Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moan, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Tied up 20-20 between Hillsboro, Central Valley, and Thompson. 7:19 to go here in this fourth quarter. The Burros and the Tommies both coming in at 1-0. Burros next week travel to Oaks, here as Thompson will host Turtle Mountain, both getting into region play next week. So, brand new ball game, 7 minutes, 19 seconds left to decide it. Tommies will kick off, teeing it up. Adrian Brend, ready to send it presumably deep. Here's its high kicked here, picked up now by Owens. Owens looking for room. He breaks past the first level into the second level where he's brought down at the 43-yard line.
Hillsboro Central Valley's kickoff return team, they've done a nice job tonight. They've had really good field position all night as far as starting after their kick returns between Miller and Owens. Both have done a nice job. Of course, the guys in front of them getting some blocks, and their special teams has been pretty solid. We saw a very excellent punt from Dickoff in that first half that was inside the 10-yard line. So their special teams, I know a couple of PATs have been blocked, but other than that, their special teams has been pretty solid.
First down, Burros. Lushik under center, I formation. Here's they'll run play action, rolling out to the right. Lushik trying to dance around, find space, and he's brought down for the sack.
As this game has gone on, especially, I'm going to say, midway through the third quarter and now here midway through this fourth quarter, Thompson is getting pressure on and containment along with pressure on the quarterback Leshik, and that was talked about pregame and again at halftime with Coach Schwab for the Tommies, that they have to contain and they have to get some pressure on Leshik. As the game has worn on, the front guys, a little blitzing from time to time, has accomplished that for the Tommies. 3.5 sacks tonight.
Second down and 16. Back to pass. Lushik. He'll roll to the left side. Looking. Got to try and set his feet. He's thrown off the back foot. It's high up for Halfley. It's a jump ball. It's caught by Halfley. Chase Halfley. That's my ball, he says.
And I'm laughing and smiling because Leshik is behind the play here. He's at the 40-yard line. He's looking down, and Halfley makes that catch, and Leshik, you can just see the big grin through the face mask, and he puts his hands out to Coach Johnson like, okay, that's my guy. That's my guy.
31 yards and a big first down. Wow.
He's throwing that thing just like Nick Preston would throw it.
4 catches, 109, 2 touchdowns, and a huge first down there for Halfley. Now give it to Owens. He's going to bounce it to the outside, inside, outside, trying to find that space. He'll work it up for 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, some, popping, banging, hitting, and crashing out there. Defenders. A lot of Tommies, getting a little bit of that black jersey on Owens, but he didn't come down easy, that's for sure. 5:20 to go in the game. We're tied at 20.
Burrows into Tommy territory. Here inside the right hash mark. They'll do double wings each direction. Lushik turns. It's going to be quarterback power. He's got blockers in front of him, but he gets brought down from behind.
Yeah, Fee got a hold of the jersey, and he really got a good push up front. Jevin Fee, 51. He owned the interior there. Now Fee will go out, and Johnson will go out as well as Crowder will come in, and also coming in, I believe, is 54. Yeah, Elijah Conrad.
Talk about the pass rush of the Tommies getting after the Burrows more as the game runs on, and I think part of that is that rotation that they've had deeper there, not everyone going two ways on that defensive and offensive front line. Trips receivers in tight right side. Halfley wide out left side. Lushik takes the pass, looking right side. Now back left. He's going to run. He's going to scamper out. He fakes outside, cuts back inside. Nice little shimmy shake to get his way up there. And a first down for the Burrows up to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, 15 got 11. And a first down.
And the clock will keep going. Now the Tommies really got to pay attention to it too. 4:06 to go. And how do you find that delicate balance of offensively moving the football but also taking your time?
Yeah, play clock at 15, and Mitchell comes in with the play. Burrows coaching staff talking about a couple of things here, so they're going to be winding this thing down. Of course, they want to work with this as well. Now they need to get this snap off. They do just in time.
Out to Kazette on the right side. Cuts back inside across the grain as he's powering through defenders.
Wow.
Down to inside the 5 there on that far side.
He might be small in stature, but I'll tell you what, he's playing bigger than the Statue of Liberty.
58 yards rushing now for Carson Kazette. Had the touchdown to start things off. Here in
That was a tough run. That was determination. That's leadership right here at the 3 as I'm right at the 3 with it.
Burrows will split out wide to the left side. Is Miller, the big tall targets. 5 on the play clock. Lushik under center turns, hands off, first man through, fullback give, and Kazette not
he
quite
got to
there.
the 1. He got to the 1. Got pushed back there. Right at the 1, so 2 tough yards. Clock continues to run down. We're at 2:50 right now as they unpile. Tied at 20. As you see on the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance scoreboard. Well, there's some interesting games around the area too tonight that we'll be checking. We get to part of our ladder game and post game here from the Tim Kazette Golden Harvest Seed Sales out of town scoreboard tonight.
Burrows up to the line of scrimmage. High formation, turn, give, powering forward, in for the score. Sawyer Owens works his way in, follows behind everyone, and the touchdown for the Burrows.
Yeah, the guys up front doing the dirty work, and Halfley came in as well and came down that line, and everybody, and Owens was able to stay low underneath and got it in. So now an all-important 2-point conversion attempt.
Or do they go? They are 0 of 2 on PAT kicks. Both have been blocked here
They're
today.
going for 2 here to, be up by 8 if they get it. Still up by 6, so positioning themselves. Being aggressive here. Rogness left, Miller right as you have the call.
Tight end on the right side, split backs in the shotgun formation. Lushik takes it, looks left. He's looking, and it is caught on the out route by Rogness.
Oh, boy. Executed just like they did in the first half when they went to Miller on the right side. This time they put left side and brought Rogness across and a little underneath, and wow, well executed right in front of the defensive back. 2-point conversion.
2:21 to go, fourth quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 28-20. It's do or die time for the Tommies when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
28-20. Chris Moan, Grand Forks and Dakota, Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley going on a scoring drive here, covering 58 yards. Here did it in 4 minutes, 57 seconds. As Sawyer Owens gets in the touchdown run, his third on the season. Of course, the big play was the Chase Halfley box him out, rebound, jump ball catch. Bryce Miller to kick it off for the Burros. Here deep to receive. Tommies await the kick as it's a squibber going to bounce, and it's going to be picked up at the 34-yard line. And I say picked up, I mean fallen on top of by the up back that time.
Yeah, Martin.
Secure it.
28-20, 2:20 to go. Just over here with some of the Burro players. You can see the just what they've put into this game tonight. Trying to get themselves some more fluids in their body as they've been losing a lot of fluids and leaving it all literally on the sideline.
Non-region, but this is one of the ones that both
Coach
teams
Rieger
look
talking
at.
to his defensive guys and telling them what he expects, what he wants, getting them jacked up. Here's the Tommies.
And the high snap, they're going to run a reverse here to Taylor. It's snuffed out by the Burro defense.
Mitzel with a big-time defensive play. He came shooting through, read it all the way. Big play. There was a nice series, just one snap, I know, but that's what teamwork's about, as you see Brody Breidenbach come off, and now Jack Madsen goes in. And Jack had told his coaches, he said, just one play. He goes, I just need one more play to rest here, and I'm ready.
Second and long in a pistol set. 3 wide left, 1 right. Oster looking left side on that slant. It's tipped, nearly intercepted by guess who? Chase Halfley. He's been around the ball all day.
Yeah, and John Matson was there, and he met the receiver coming across, Taylor.
That trips receivers formation where they send the 2 inside receivers deep and have Taylor usually coming across on that slant underneath. It's been effective for him a couple times, but Burrows almost might have been expecting it that time as it was.
Yeah, Matson was in position there that time to timeout.
Timeout taken here. 1:38 to go in the fourth quarter. 28-20. Burrows lead the Tommies. Tommies with the ball. 3rd and 16 when we come back. Your scoreboard from Chris Moan, agency of Grand Forks and Dakota, your Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Timeouts brought to you by your Trail County agents with answers. In Hillsboro and Mayville, it's Brad Richter and Nick Preston with Nodak Insurance Company. Timeout here taken by the Tommies. Their first 2 more to use here in this second half as they come up 3rd and 16 on the 26. Here is they look to pick up some yardage here. If nothing else, make it a softer 4th down opportunity. Gavin Oster back to pass, looking right side. He's going to scramble. Now pressure comes. He's just going to chuck it out of play. Throwing it away because
that was a great team defense, and the penalty flag's coming from the far sideline. I have no idea what was going on over there because everything was on this near sideline. When I say near sideline, I'm saying nearest to the press box, nearest to our camera, nearest to Big Jake in the broadcast booth tonight.
Here as we look out on our officials, again, our white hat here tonight, Don Doyle. As he will give the sign, and it looks
Too many
like
guys in the field, maybe?
I didn't count. Are they say? They're asking if they want to move him back or not. Illegal man downfield.
Okay.
Illegal man downfield. Penalty is declined.
So
Brings
it's
them now
fourth.
4th down.
Yep. Well, Coach Rieger wanting that defensive unit.
First-year defensive coordinator, Sam Rieger. Big play for him and his defense right now. Lushik playing deep safety. Here as Oster back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to throw it left side. It's a jump ball. It is incomplete.
Sawyer Owens, big-time play.
Incomplete as Owens playing that jump ball knocks it away. Burrows celebrating. Still a minute 23 left. A couple timeouts for the Tommies, so still have to execute a couple plays.
A bunch of seniors that have been through some tough times, I'll tell you that, playing the game of football for HCV have stepped up here.
Going back to some preseason conversation with Coach Johnson, when we talked with him preseason and part of the Your Live event.
It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe.
One thing he talked about, though, was that, hey, these guys had to learn how to win. Had some close games that they did not close out the last couple of years. Looking to do that here tonight on the road at a rival. This would be a big win for them right now. If they can hold on here, 1:23 to go, leading by 8. As
well, I'm saying this only because I've been on the HCV sideline for, Lord knows how many years. But I'm going to tell you, in the last 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, this is the most juice, most energy, most football intense that this entire sideline has been, honestly. I'm not ripping on anybody. I'm just, that's just what this old guy sees.
Kneel down, and then the timeout taken by Thompson here, so we will take this as well. Timeouts from Nodak Insurance Company, Trail County Agents with Answers, Brad Richter and Nick Preston. Here, Burrows leading by 8 when we come back.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burrows want you to visit HillsboroK12.com or CentralValleyND.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day, too. The school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, and contact information. It's all of the school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Here, as we have the timeout, we take a moment here to check out our out-of-town scoreboard. You're from Golden Harvest Seed Dealer. Tim Cassette Seed Sales here. Final score, Grafton defeats Mayport CG 28-12. Botno over Northern Cass 33-7. Couple of region games there for these two teams right now. Kneel down in that one by Lushik. And
a couple more.
Yep. So take a
25, yeah.
It's going to be pretty close.
Yeah, it is. Very close.
Yeah. Did see that Lushik didn't put the knee immediately there to the grass, trying to get an extra half second.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll get another out-of-town score update here after this play, which is going to be the Lushik kneel down with 37 seconds to go.
He got it there. Great work by Lushik, I'll tell you that, because he kept looking up at that play clock, and he said, all right, I'll take a little half step back to give us another 2 seconds, and that's the difference.
Clock will tick down, and final score, Hillsboro Central Valley will pick up the road victory, move to 2-0, a 28-20 victory over the Thompson Tommies. Final score on your Chris Simone Insurance Agency, Grand Forks and Dakota. Scoreboard 28-20, Burrows over the Tommies. Stay tuned. Your post-game report comes up next.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garski, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lincoln, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Our post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burros pick up the road victory over the Thompson Tommies. 28-20 your final score. Burros are 2-0. Tommies fall to 1-1. Both teams going into region play next week. As we talk about this one, let's talk our game summary. Way back when, Hillsboro Central Valley opening kickoff, first possession, they drive down and score 65 yards. They drive, cap it off with a Carson Cassette 2-yard touchdown run. PAT was blocked 6-0, our score. It would be the Burros scoring next then with 5:31 to go in the second quarter. A deflected ball popped up. Chase Hafley comes down for it for the Burros. Races 44 yards to the end zone. 2-point conversion was good. 14-0. Hillsboro Central Valley would lead. Tommies come right back though. Ensuing possession, they march down the field 65 yards themselves. Charlie Young, a 1-yard touchdown run. After a Cash Danner 21-yard catch, put him on the doorstep. Jan in from 1 yard out. 2-point conversion reception was good. 14-8 was our score there, and that would be the score going into halftime as well. Coming out of halftime, it was Thompson with the ball. First possession, it would be an interception. Tyson Lushik picks off the pass and then leads the offense down the field. Again, it's Chase Hafley with the touchdown catch, 23 yards in the left side of the end zone. Great, fantastic, diving all-out, maximum effort catch. PAT was blocked. It was 20-8 at that point. Tommies come back with 2 scores here. One capping off another 65-yard drive there as Charlie Yon, a 15-yard catch on a screen pass, makes a couple guys miss, shakes free into the end zone. 2-point run fails, 20-14, and then the Tommies get the ball back here in the fourth quarter, 7:19 to go. Yon with his third touchdown of the game, this time a 3-yard touchdown run. The 2-point pass would fail after a penalty. There moved them back, had to do it from the 18-yard line. And the pass, no good. 20-20 with 7:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Burros march down the field. Another big catch from Chase Hafley, a 31-yard jump ball catch. Gave him a first down, moved him into Tommy territory. Eventually, Sawyer Owens would run it in from a yard out. Brody Rogness would catch the 2-point conversion pass, leading 28-20 with 2:21 to go. Here, Tommies have a turnover on downs, a fourth down pass thrown up, unable to come down with it. Burros take over, kneel it out, and that would be the ball game, 28-20, our final score. Burros 2-0, Tommies 1-1, and we're going to go down to the field here as our post-game comments. Player comments, conversations brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, dhb.bank, the website. Down on the field with Jim Berkmeyer, looks like Jack Matson joins us.
Yeah, Jack Matson is with us. Congrats on the win. You and your teammates, heck of an effort tonight by you guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We worked hard for it.
Yeah, you guys came in with a game plan, and I think for the most part you executed it with probably more consistency than you guys had last week.
Yeah, especially. We've been working on it. We've been fine-tuning it. Our catches were so much better. We had Maynard Halfley. He was making big plays at the end. That was insane.
Talk about the play up front. Let's start with the offensive line. You and your guys up front, were you pleased with what you guys were doing there and your communication and how you were picking up some of their stuff, because it looked like they were coming with more pressure, more blitzes in the second half?
Yeah, they definitely were. They definitely were pressuring way harder in the second half. We just got to communicate. It's all it is. I'd say we did a good job at it as we came out on top. Big stop, so, you know.
Yeah, you guys made some plays when you had to, when you needed to. And how about on the defensive side? Talk about the effort there of what you guys did.
Our coach has been helping us work hard all week, all fall camp, you know, telling us, hey, we got to get moving. It all starts with the D-line.
I'm going to ask you this because it's my observation, my thoughts of being on the sideline. You know, I've been there forever. Most games, I just sense that more energy, more excitement, more juice, more focus, more into it by everybody that I've seen for quite a while. Your thoughts as a leader of the team? I
think exactly that. This year has been, for even the last 2 years, weren't so great. You know, obviously we didn't have a winning record. This year it's a change of plans. Way better energy. We're working hard out here.
Hey, congrats on the win. Keep playing hard, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jack Matson for the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley joining us, part of our post-game report here tonight. Come on over here, Mr. 2-3, Chase Halfley. My congrats to you and the handshake. Yeah, you're welcome. Obviously, it's fun when you win, and a lot of excitement. You had some crazy plays, some big plays. Let's talk about some of those, that play first half, touchdown deflection that you got and you took to the house.
Yeah, on that one, honestly, I thought it was going to be an interception, but I just stuck my hand up in there and I tipped it to myself and I caught it. The other ones, I mean, I always tell Tyson, just throw the ball up. I'll go get it somewhere. So one of them, I had like an ISO slant or something, and I just ran around in the circle and he found me and I caught it. But every week, I mean, we got good receivers this year. I mean, we're a solid team. And throw the ball up, someone's going to go get it.
I'm going to share this with you. I know you'll hopefully you'll hear it, you'll see it when you go back and watch this. But when Leszek threw that up to you and you made that catch, I was near him when he went over to coach, and kind of it was more than a big grin out of his face mask. And then he put his hands out and like, that's just my guy. You know, hey, I just got it up there.
Yeah, he ran over me too, and he told me I saved him. But I mean, he's a good quarterback. I mean, we trust him, 3-year starter, so we love him.
How about other parts of the game tonight that enabled you guys to get the lead, keep the lead? Yes, it was tied. Thompson did some very good things. They hurt themselves at time as well, but it's early in the season. Mistakes happen. But overall, just your performance as a team for HCV. Your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, I think we outworked them tonight. I mean, we talked about it all week. We got to outwork them. Their running back, he's really good. I mean, he's a strong dude. So once we stopped that run, we got going. We just kept outworking them, and that's what got us to win this game.
How much fun are you guys having just after 2 weeks? I know there's a long way to go, but after 2 weeks, I sense there's a little bit of a different vibe right now.
Yeah, this is our these are our guys, and we're having a blast.
Hey, congrats on the win. Keep playing hard. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chase Halfley with us here tonight for Hillsboro Central Valley, part of our post-game report and Dakota Heritage Bank conversation with some of the players. We'll have some more. We'll also have some coaches as we continue here tonight with your live event.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Post-game report continues on yourliveevent.com as Hillsboro Central Valley with the road victory 28-20 over Thompson. Dakota Heritage Bank post-game conversation. Head coach of Hillsboro Central Valley, Joe Johnson, with Jim Burkmeyer.
Yeah, Coach Joe Johnson, Pastor Joe, as I more commonly call you and just more comfortable. I still hope that's okay. I always feel like guilty when I'm talking to the coach on the sideline, but it's all important stuff and it's all good. Congrats on the win over Thompson. Really good football team. You guys got through and got by on an 8-point victory, 28-20. We'll break it down, but your overall thoughts, your summary on this performance by the guys in blue and white tonight.
Yeah, so you're right. Thompson is a very good football team. We knew that coming into the game, and that's exactly what we saw on the field. We got them down early. They never gave up, worked their way back into that game. We knew that they had surges in them, and like I say, knew that they were a good football team, and they proved to be that. We're proud of our guys, too, that when we had moments where things didn't go right, that we buckled down and made stops when we needed to, made plays when we needed to. One of the things we talked about as a team before coming out tonight was, we had, I mentioned last week that we had keynote speakers come, and one of those was Justin Grindy, who runs our elementary program, and talked about how these guys are role models to all of those elementary players, and when they get a jersey, they say, this is Carson Cazette's number 4, or this is Chase Hafley's number 23, and they look up to those kids and said, we dream of these moments of all those years of playing football on the playground and dreaming about playing against a rival team, and when Thompson was able to tie up the game at 20, we had, you probably have the exact number, but something like 5 minutes left in the game, whatever it was, and 4:40, yeah, and we were able to put a drive together and punch that thing in for the win. In a lot of ways, for high school kids, that's what you dream of doing and having that opportunity, and I'm glad that we got the opportunity tonight and converted.
You talked about making a play, coming up with plays. You stymied yourselves at times. Thompson stymied themselves. They couldn't stack it up. Then you'd come up, though, with a defensive play or, whatever it was. I think, I think it was more than just, kids well coached and in the right spot or in the position to make the play. I also think, though, I saw it tonight, and I'm saying this with great respect and compliments. Some of your senior guys, different vibe, different feel that I just sensed that they stepped up and said, we've been here. We need to just make this play now.
Burke, you know the game of football well, and you're seeing, again, something that we've been talking about for weeks, and that is big players make big plays in big moments. And what you just described is exactly what our seniors did tonight. Chase Hafley at the top of that list tonight. When we needed a couple of plays, he made some, kind of a miracle catch there, tipping it to himself and goes in for the touchdown. Obviously played really, really well. That 2-point conversion, and we went to Brody Rogness, and Tyson put that ball exactly where he needed to. Thought that we got a good effort out of our offensive line tonight, and defensive line was incredibly strong in the first half. Thompson made some adjustments in the second half that was a little more difficult for our defensive line, and then our linebackers stepped up. And so you're exactly right. We had our dudes making plays at times that they really needed to, and like you say, it comes with experience. And we've talked about that too. That with some of the injuries last year and young guys getting an opportunity to play, we do feel like our juniors and seniors are coming in with a lot of experience.
We talked earlier this year at the end of preseason about needing to develop depth. Every football team needs depth, and depth comes with more snaps. And as the season progresses, I'm going to just mention one name, and there was more than that tonight, but I thought maybe I'll mention 2 or 3 now that I think about it. But I thought Breidenbach gave you some key snaps, some key downs defensively. I thought Kleckner came in and gave you some stuff, and probably some others too, but that's important. It's not only, it's more than just week 2, and it's more than 2-0. It's about getting better and moving on.
Yeah, you're right. And as soon as you started talking about players developing and that depth, right away I was thinking Breidenbach, and Brody had a really good game tonight. We had a conversation with Brody, and would have been middle of June or beginning of June, and just saying you're in a whole different category than you have been before. And so what you do between now and that opening week and football season is going to tell the story about what your season is going to look like. And he's responded. You see it on the field. He responds. He's engaged in everything that we're doing. Every time a coach is talking, he's listening. His eyes are glued, and he's learning the game of football. And you can see that translate into really good play on the football field.
Did your offensive linemen learn, or did they even then improve or get better communicating, because Thompson came with much more blitz in the second half?
Yeah, and you're right. And communication is key there. And that offensive line is kind of finding their chemistry with each other. Obviously, losing sort of a leader of that from last year in our center, Riley Richter, and now this group is finding their chemistry, and that includes communication and when they're doubling up and all of those things. The adjustments that our offensive line is making based on the adjustments that the defense makes, and of course we've got a really good offensive line coach in Coach Nick Preston, and on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, Nick does a great job with those guys.
You're giving a shout out to Nick. I'm going to tell you, I said right in the broadcast, he heard me too when Leshek put that up there, and Chase gave him the get out of jail free card to make with that great catch. But that's just trusting your receiver. It's two guys that have played together for a long time. I said it almost looked like maybe Nick Preston threw that thing up there.
That's right. We have a lot of,
I'm just having fun.
We have a lot of jokes on the coaching staff about who throws the ball the best on the coaching staff, and if I always argue for myself, but if I'm going to be honest, Nick Preston is actually the only Preston brother that didn't play quarterback, and he was always telling Coach, "Oh, you got to let me play quarterback," and of course he was on that line.
Yeah, absolutely, that's why I had to bring that up to me, chuckle too. But hey, coaching staff, everybody did a nice job tonight. You're 2-0, but yeah, you'll enjoy this, and then it's to get ready for Oaks.
Yeah. So real quick about the coaching staff, I want to lift up all of the guys because as you can see on that sideline, those guys are doing the majority of the coaching because they are really good football coaches. Every one of them. I want to lift up the two coordinators, defensive coordinator Sam Rieger and offensive coordinator. Of course, Gary Suker does a great job, and it's his story to tell, not mine. But today was a significant day in his life, and it meant a lot to come out and play a good football team and coach well, and Gary Suker did that tonight.
Well, yeah, what about Oaks? Yeah, I'm going to say this too. I'm not asking that you elaborate on it, but I said it in the broadcast. I said it to one of your players in 3 years, and I'm not ripping on anybody. I'm not being critical. I'm being complimentary tonight. This is the most energy, the most juice, the most focus, the most intense that the entire sideline has been from anybody in uniform, anybody that's hurt or can't play or water boys or whatever it is.
Yeah, every single person has a role on that team, and that's one of the challenges of coaching is not figuring out where people go, because in the end that actually becomes really clear. What's difficult is getting guys to buy into what their role is, and we've got a great group of young guys on this team, and they're working hard on JV, they're working hard on scout, they've got good attitudes about things, and you see that on the sideline. You can feel the energy, you can feel the support of them. You're absolutely right.
Well, being the media guy, I got to ask you, what's your thoughts, comments about Oaks?
Yeah, you're getting back to Oaks.
I don't forget.
Of course. Oaks is obviously a good football team. They do it year after year where they're coming strong. As you know, we focus on the game at hand. And so all week we were focused on how are we going to stop Jan and how are we going to stop Thompson. Now, of course, we shift gears and we'll be taking a look at film, get our game plan figured out for the week. We know that Greg runs a good program down there, and they bring it every year. And, you see that in the preseason polls, and they're a good football team, and we'll be prepared.
Coach Pastor Joe Johnson for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, congrats on going to 2-0, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Burke. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. That's our Dakota Heritage Bank postgame coaches conversation here with yourliveevent.com, and I believe you have Coach Schwab up in the booth with you.
That's right. We'll continue on here as Coach Schwab will join us. We'll just switch over the microphone there and hand it off there as Brady Schwab, head coach for the Thompson Tommies, with us. And Coach, tough to drop a close one like that, especially to a rival there. I think credit to your guys for the way they came back from an early hole. But talk us through this one here and what you saw from the sideline.
Yeah, I thought you were exactly right. We started slow. They hit us in the mouth, and then we got to the second quarter, and I thought we played a lot better. And I talked with Jim at halftime that we were going to have to put a drive together to start the game or start the second half, and didn't. But our kids were resilient. They battled back, and we've got some kids out there that haven't been in these games before. So these non-region games are good they give you an opportunity to kind of see where you're at and let some of those kids that haven't been on the varsity field experience what that's all about and see what it's like when a team's going to hit you in the mouth. So I thought Hillsboro did a nice job. You knew what they were going to do. They executed what they wanted to do. They made a couple jump ball plays over the top of us that, hopefully we learn from in the future how to defend that a little bit better. But, overall I was the positive takeaway is we battled back and we gave ourselves a chance to win.
Yeah, a couple jump balls, the deflected ball here or there, ball bounces the other direction. It's a completely different game there. What do you tell your guys about those plays?
Same thing. We'll talk about it. We'll show them in film. You got to have a little bit of situational awareness. When is a good time to go for the pick? When is a good time just to knock it down? Understand you're down in distance and where you're at on the field and just coach them through those things. And then, again, these types of games, always when it's a rivalry game, if you're evenly matched, which I feel we are, it's going to come down to a couple plays, and they made a couple more plays than we did. You tip your cap to them on that, and like I said, hopefully we learned from them.
Talk about seeing where you are after two non-region games. How do you feel where do you feel this team is right now?
Yeah, I think we're better than we were day one, and now we've played, a team that's going to hit you in the mouth, like I said, and getting yourself prepared for that and knowing what it's going to be for 48 minutes is a good learning piece. And obviously next Friday we get into region play, and they count, towards getting into the playoffs, and we'll start off with the Turtle Mountain team and see where we're at.
I know probably quick to ask, but what do we know about Turtle Mountaineers? What do we have to bring to the field next week?
Yeah, I haven't watched a whole lot of film on them yet. I know they've run a lot of power game, and then they've got a quarterback that can get out and run a little bit. Outside of that, I'm not sure. Obviously, they're new to us. They're new to most teams in this region. So we'll get into the film room. We'll have to do tape on them and see what we can figure out.
Brady, appreciate you sticking around here for the conversation. Thank you. Best luck to you guys going forward next week.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jake.
Brady Schwab joining us here. Our Dakota Heritage Bank post-game comments there for the Thompson Tommies after their loss to the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. 28-20 our final score. As let's go through our post-game awards in this one, starting off with our Agassiz Precision Ag Precision Play in the game. And we're going to flash forward to the fourth quarter. Roughly 2 minutes to go. First play of the offensive possession for the Thompson Tommies when they needed to score, trailing by 8. And Griffin Mitzel stays home on a reverse from the weak side, coming towards him, stays home, makes a loss in the play, sets him behind the sticks right away, and a great tone setter there, being disciplined, not falling for the fake, and that play defensively by Griffin Mitzel is your Agassiz Precision Play in the game. Your Agassiz Precision Ag of Hillsboro, visit them online, planterdoc.com. Also talking our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and bringing the energy today because life takes energy, the game takes energy as well. Find out how about Enbridge is providing energy for tomorrow, enbridge.com, the website. Bringing the energy here today, I'm going to go with the quarterback, Tyson Lushik. Lushik, 9 of 15, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, had 42 yards on the ground on 6 carries, had the interception on defense, made a couple hit stick plays on defense as well from that safety position, broke up a pass. Tyson Lushik, your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here today for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. And then we go to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection, and the connection here is going to go with Chase Halfley. Pick one. Of the 4 catches, he had one for a 44-yard touchdown off of a deflected pass that he held the concentration, picked it in, ran it in. He had a ho-hum, I guess, compared to the other 3, 11-yard reception for a first down. He had a 23-yard diving all-out effort catch for a touchdown, and he had a 31-yard jump ball when they needed a first down. He goes up, grabs it, comes down with it. Eventually, they get the go-ahead touchdown on that drive, and so pick one of those. Chase Halfley was connected there with the receiving, making big plays out there for Hillsboro Central Valley. Halstead Telephone Company, they are how to connect. Visit them online, halsteadtel.com. And with that, we go to our final numbers here today, starting with the Thompson Tommies. Rushing the ball, Charlie Young was 22 carries, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Ryland Penis with 2 carries for 4 yards. Gavin Oster with 2 carries for 8 yards. It was Joe Taylor, 1 carry for a -6 yards, 2 team carries for a total of -7. 29 carries, 68 yards on the ground as a team for Hillsboro Central Valley. Through the air, Gavin Oster was 12 of 20, 124 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 7 catches, 67 yards for Joe Taylor. 3 catches, 34 yards for Cash Danner. 2 catches, 23 yards and a touchdown for Charlie Young. 68 on the ground, 128 through the air, 192 total offense. They had 1 turnover. Scoring plays of a 1-yard rush by Charlie Young, a 15-yard catch by Charlie Young from Gavin Oster, and Young with a 3-yard touchdown run there, as they were 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions in this one. Thompson Tommies fall to 1-1. They'll be at home next week as they host Turtle Mountain. For Hillsboro Central Valley, rushing the ball, it was Sawyer Owens, 10 carries, 29 yards, 1 touchdown. Carson Kazette, 12 carries, 61 yards and a touchdown. Tyson Lushik, 6 carries, 42 yards, including sacks and kneel downs. It was 5 carries for -15 yards on the team carries. 33 carries, 117 yards on the ground for Hillsboro Central Valley. Through the air, Tyson Lushik was 9 of 15 passes, 173 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Griffin Mitchell, 1 catch, 22 yards. Bryce Miller, 3 catches, 39 yards. Chase Halfley, 4 catches, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Sawyer Owens, 1 catch for 3 yards. 117 plus 173 is 290 on the total offense here today for Hillsboro Central Valley. They did not turn the ball over in this one as well. Scoring plays of a Carson Kazette 2-yard touchdown run. Chase Halfley touchdown receptions of 44 and 23 yards. And Sawyer Owens with the game-winning 1-yard touchdown run just before 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. That's our final stats here today. Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory, 28-20, your final score. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us here for our broadcast coverage. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Jim Berkmeyer, also Reagan with the camera work here today. Appreciate those efforts and appreciate the sponsors that you've seen and heard throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that make it possible for us to be here. Once again, Hillsboro Central Valley goes to 2-0. Thompson falls to 1-1. Burroughs with a 28-20 victory over the Tommies, as you saw on yourliveevent.com.